Make your back. 5 seconds. Seconds. 5 seconds remain.
I spread my wings over scene.
Prepare
This
for
one
battle.
is in the bag.
Friends,
Yes.
let us skirmish.
Bottom is missing!
Swiftly. With malicious intent.
30 seconds and counting.
I roam. I fly.
Oh, you found me!
Indeed.
They've trained hard to get better. It's time now for the final
I
fight.
fly. Finesse. Thrust. Ahead. Under attack! Unleavened. I glide on. I glide to a rage.
The nether drakes do possess a certain grace, despite all their gods.
On my way to a lighting. I glide on.
I admit nothing but my sadness that you're gone.
The tower is under attack.
Forward.
Long has that tower stood against the rising tide.
On leathern wings.
Killing spree! Structures are fortified.
Forward. On leathern wings.
Precious bounty.
Battle.
A little something extra.
I fly.
Friends, let us skirmish.
Green death. My fangs. Overseen. Spitting distance. I roam.
Haste!
Gliding in. I glide on. I roam.
The enemy attacks your middle tower. Your middle tower can no longer be saved.
From the nether reaches, I return. Overseen. Poison concentrates. Away. Here's poison in your eye.
Dire have fortified their structures against attack.
Viperous.
Has been demolished.
Death to you. glide on.
Your bottom tower.
I fly into a rage. Unleathering
To your bottom
Lord, you
tower.
left the field.
Killing spree.
All your brilliance comes
Arsenal.
Friends, let us skirmish.
Radiant have fortified their structures against attack.
Friends, let us skirmish.
my flight.
Enemy middle tower.
Forward. Golden cargo. Feel the burn. I fly. Indeed. Swoop the battle.
Middle tower is defending itself.
My wingspan extends. Here's poison in your eye. With malicious intent. Overseen. Yes. Swoop the battle.
The enemy attacks your bottom tower.
Friends, let us skirmish. Friends, let us skirmish.
I glide on.
faces a terrible test. That which it protects also requires protection.
Unleathern wings. I said good day, sir. Yeah. Swiftly. I fly into a rage. Yes.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Fly.
Where will the line be drawn?
I fly into a rage. Swiftly. Thrust ahead. Mine. I glide on. Unleathern wings. With malicious intent. Overseen. I rove.
Fortified this
Friends, let us skirmish.
The enemy attacks your bottom tower.
Why, thank you. From sight.
Forward.
Team Secret's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining.
Swoop.
Your middle tower is under attack. The enemy attacks your middle tower.
I glide on.
Is low. The enemy attacks your top tower. Your top tower
Friends, let us skirmish.
Double kill! Look to your top tower. Sparks that may blaze into a skirmish.
Forward.
Tower is under attack.
On my way to a one-bite kill. Thrust ahead.
Your top tower is under attack.
Fresh meat.
Double kill!
To a rage. On leathern wings. Attack! Spread my wings anew with malicious intent.
Let us skirmish.
Dire structures are fortified. Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower is falling. Barracks is gone. Barracks has fallen. Double kill! Middle tower has fallen. Bottom barracks are under attack. Barracks has fallen. Barracks has fallen. Killing spree.
Face up to your mortality.
Defend your ancient to the very end. Your
Friends, let us skirmish.
tower has fallen. Your top barracks is killing spree. Make ready. Victory.
OG's turn
Dire's
to pick.
turn to battle.
What? And Underlord's one of the best heroes in the game for that. It's like, I dare you, man, just come into us. We got this AoE root, I got all these team fight items, Firestorm itself. Like, this is all about AoE control for both teams. Like, OG's got this hyper mobile, we're going to try to split you up and outmaneuver you, while Team Seeker says, on the slow cooldown skirmishing fighting, because Sven with an IO can actually participate in the game a lot more often than he can without one, and it's a perfect pairing to have separate on the map. But I don't like the Sven versus the Void.
Yeah, I think that what we're seeing here is both teams, they're not, like, I see it as they're not drafting for the game, they're drafting for like that first big engagement.
Yes.
And Secret, they're doubling down on the reaction of OG. When they come towards them, you're gonna have all these defensive ways to just completely clean win a team fight. I guess the fear I have for OG is how much presence does a Night Stalker Willow lane have? Again, this Night Stalker, it could be a mid, for example. We don't know what Thompson's going to be doing, or even with Seb. But it's the fact that whatever this offlane duo is, how strong is it against the likes of an AA Void?
I think it's not necessarily... I think Night Stalker's biggest concern early on is that he's pretty useless, that he just gets ran at and hit a lot. The opponent's not scared of you. So I think Night Stalker's actually great against overall passive lanes that are just chill to get levels, because that's what Night Stalker wants to do. And once it hits 5 minutes into the game, if their lane's even, Night Stalker wins.
But when you see Void and AA, do you see passive lane? I see constant chip and annoyance.
Well, yeah, it's chip, but it's not going to kill you because you're 6 base armor and 5 HP regen base. He's annoyed by like a Grimstroke Slark, or, you know, that like a stun plus a follow-up. With this case, they're just going to keep hitting you, and Night Stalker doesn't actually mind that much.
A really nice thing with the IO Sven pairing from OG is they actually do not sacrifice XP in any way on these two heroes. So it's going to be off lane Night Stalker and the mid Pugna. It's the fact that at minute 9, you're going to be expecting level 6 on both IO and Sven, and they're going to be looking to relocate into that tower to try and collapse on it. And this is why we see the Pugna pick up, is because when we have this quick 6 on this safe lane pairing, they want to be able to instantly convert this into overwhelming numbers at an objective.
5 seconds.
Access to the jungle. So yeah, I think I really like OG's draft for the ability to just go all out aggression, but it could fall flat very quickly if they mess up a key fight or two.
If this was any other 5 position than Puppy, I would say the weight on AA's shoulders this game is maybe a bit too much to bear, but if he hits his AA ultimates, OG's lineup just crumbles, right? You have the Pugna life drain to sustain. Sven definitely has to stand his ground, so I'm gonna leave it up to OG to disrupt the game enough such that Puppy cannot get the AA blast that he's looking for.
Robson, you had mentioned that one of the things that you thought Secret was going for is that, sure, you can win a fight, but then what? You think Pugna fulfills enough objective-taking capabilities with the Sven? Or you think OG's still going to rely on massive map control with this Night Stalker vision and just taking over the jungle and just slowly hemming Secret out of their base?
I think this Pugna pick is going to be the sacrificial core that will force rotation around the map.
Very typical for Weeha to be in that role.
But for Thompson, exact same philosophy. It's going to be, he will be pressuring these towers, he's going to be in their face, and if they waste a key TP or two, suddenly the other side of the map, whoever shows, that's going to be where the team collapses. So I think the Pugna unlocks the tower pressure, but also that the macro game plan of where are we fighting due to what towers have been defended. So again, it does boil down to this big picture of OG's game style. And the question is, what is the mid-hero response from Team Secret to at least apply enough pressure to this Pugna so that he can't just freely move around and start pressuring these towers?
Could be something like a TA with the farm-oriented approach, or it could be something that's hyper-mobile that they banned out with the co-op, like these type of heroes. Those are the kind of their two options. So they actually go for the tankiness route, which I was not expecting. So not only are they saying, okay, we have our combo, like if we hit our spells, you're going to die. But with the Underlord plus Kunkka, they see damage issues coming out from Night Stalker and Sven, and Pugna doesn't necessarily fix that. It's okay, but once you get the pipe, it definitely mitigates that a lot. I'm scared of Team Secret's draft.
You should be. These odds heavily favoring Secret, which again, based off of historical matches between these two, it's neck and neck, but two very clear philosophies. Secret saying, yeah, I mean, you want to come fight us? Let's try it. And OG is just going to keep on punching them in the face, but maybe all this damage mitigation is going to be enough, Tico.
But we saw this type of draft from Secret before against OG in game 1. They had the Kunkka, the lifesteal, the Abaddon, and it was this idea of we'll sustain your early fight and then we'll eventually just beat you, which I can see again in this type of lineup. The question is, what happens if they make the same mistake outside of Roshan suddenly, and then you have this Sven with this Ags not getting kited? I think both drafts are insanely good. I'm speech. I just like it.
Yeah,
great.
There's so much to think about. Right? We don't even have enough time to talk about it. The difference for me though is that PA scales very well against lifestealer, while Void scales very well against Sven. So the difference for me in this one is why I'm favoring Secret much more than I did in that game one was that the carry matchup, the game plan for Secret, if the game does go long enough, will favor their draft later.
It's going to be endurance versus power as we jump into game one of a best of 5 series as we send it over to our casters, Pixel and Fogged.
Here, Secret versus OG. I'm OD Pixel, joined by Fogged, and well, this is going to be quite the finals indeed. Secret, of course, coming in as the strongest side. You saw it there as well in the odds, but we have seen OG. They have been able to take a game off Secret. Sure, in the last best of 3, the 2 games that they lost did look kind of rough, but you got to imagine, you know, you're in this. You've got to the grand finals. You're against Secret. OG would have expected this.
For sure.
They must have done a whole lot of homework. Does it show in the drafts, Fogged? Do you think OG's got a good plan in this game one?
It looks like they're definitely addressing, you know, you can't really plan for these type of games. You can't just like flat up be like, we're picking this, this, and this, unless you have some like really godly strategy coming into play. I think they're addressing the heroes on Secret, right? They see this Void early on, they're picking this annoying, they're having this root, they're having the silence that comes from that Night Stalker, a lot of different aggression, and I think it's really OG really trying to set the pace here. I think 5 minutes, the collapse, right? That's what I look at from OG. Pugna enables this Night Stalker to move around too early at this 5-minute mark when Night hits. Same thing with that IO, that's Sven. We're gonna look to them to be very active. However, looking at Secret, they prepare too, because they know they were giving up IO in this game. So they have a plan against it here with this Void AA, and they can respond to aggression really well with their lineup.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you look at Secret's lineup, and the team fight's going to be incredibly strong.
Yeah.
Just all 5 heroes offering some very impactful team fight capabilities.
Super strong counter initiation. If they're diving, they have a lot of ways to just kind of halt that dive. They have the Rum, they have the Pit, they have so many different AoE controls that are coming out. So we'll see how it all plays out here as the lanes. Kunkka versus that Pugna. Topson comfortable in this matchup, but Nisha also comfortable too. And I do think that this was like one of the better picks that Secret could have gone for here, because they can stop all that relentless aggression that you know is going to be coming.
Yeah, and Nisha's Kunkka has just historically been one of the heroes that he just reaches these insane levels of farm when he sort of gets the free roam around mid and the camps. It's up there with his Magnus when he used to be playing the mid Magnus. These are the sort of heroes where Nisha, if he's having a good game, 15 minutes in, he's going to be in the top net worth.
Yeah, I think OG, they really have to set the tempo in this game. Like the Sven, he's going to be able to out-farm and out-time the, you know, the Void's farm, so they really have to push it forward, because Secret, they drafted a very strong late game if it does ever get to that point. Saksa.
Oh, he's got the first point in it here in Shadow Realm. Needing to use it. There's Puppey coming in with the punches with this Blightstone. You know, Puppey hitting that extra little bit hard with that early armor reduction. And Saxy's, he's living on the edge there. Came back in for a couple of hits. Just trying to get the most value out of the South that he knew he was about to pop.
That hurts. Puts him at 0 armor whenever he does get hit by Puppey. So can definitely go for those trades. Saksa, he's up forward here.
He has, and Matu, he jumped over for the opportunity. The bash has come out. Saksa, he ends up giving up his life. First blood for Matumba Man there. Saksa came back over. And of course, well, that level 1 Shadow Realm's got quite the long cooldown. He didn't have it back up, but walked straight in. And Matu, he'll happily jump away from the creeps for that opportunity.
Yeah, he oversteps. They're trying to secure the creep. Puppey gets it there with the chilling touch. Seb's had. And he's making sure that he keeps his distance away from Matu. This is something we always talk about for Puppey, is he just is all about enabling his core players. So he's giving those max levels to the Void early on. He knows he only needs like 2 or 3 points, 2 or 3 levels down here as this AA until the mid game. And then you know the way Puppey plays. He's going to farm very aggressively to get his 6. Mid, we're seeing relatively even. Topson using his Decrepify to secure a couple extra denies here.
Yeah, and I imagine in this sort of lane, you're going to expect the farm to be pretty close.
Yeah.
I guess the worry is if someone comes around and there's the setup onto Topson with the X mark, Topson has to be a little careful of these Tiebringer hits hitting him hard early.
Absolutely, but it's a very good matchup for the Pugna, because even once if he gets 6 early on, he can just go for kill threats onto Nisha very easy.
Top lane, no tail. Zaynyap, so they're able to get in and on top of him, and with the damage from the Sandstorm and the Firestorm, there's no chance for No Tail as he's caught in between the 2 of them.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty strong lane top. Sure, the Sven is still getting a lot of farm, but they can go for these type of kills with this heavy amount of magic damage and percent-based damage versus this double strength heroes of OG.
And the fact that you have these 2 spells with such large AoE, as we'll see here,
Oh, he tethered a creep, no tail.
First game of the best of 5, you know, so warming up, beginning of the series. You know, No-Tail, as you said, he doesn't get to play the IO too much recently, gets banned out a lot, so he's getting back warmed up with it, but yes, I mean, I'm sure mid-one, he's going to be fine. He's going to be like, you know what, mistakes happen.
It's probably just one of those like, bro, like, what did you do, man?
I'm sure they're having a laugh about it.
That's going to hurt a lot, though, because they were doing pretty well up there, and now they're shut down a bit there. The Underlord's going to get some levels. He's going to be able to sustain a little bit harder. They'll bring their items out, and level 3 Sand that's where that damage starts to hurt a lot more. Same thing with the Firestorm. These levels really make a difference. Getting an early bottle, too. Yapzor's got some, well, it's going to be coming out on the courier. Yapzor's going to be checking runes for his mid laner, Nisha.
And got the top one. It's a DD. He'll take it for himself. Looks like Nisha says, you know, take it away. Just, I'm fine.
Yep. Ooh, Seb's in trouble here.
And he's getting blocked off. The cold feet's going to kick in. Matu and Puppey are able to punch into him. Matu's going to find another kill down on this bottom lane. Saxa can't get Puppey in return as Puppey's into the trees. Already Secret with 4 kills in the first 4 minutes across the lanes.
It's definitely not how they want to have it start when they do have this very early-centric kind of style, but it's really about, you know, this is, it's not like it's likely to happen, but it's likely that Nightstalker doesn't have a great time bottom. Because pre-5 minutes, you know, it's still that daytime. No one fears the Daystalker. 20 seconds until we have those bounties and that nighttime, so we'll see what they can capitalize on with it. As that Willow Nightstalker, it really jumps in strength as soon as that does hit.
We'll see. I mean, the sort of the moves from the mid laners.
Both doing the same exact thing. They're farming the small camp, and they push mid in, then they go secure their runes.
See,
double stun.
Again, it's just good damage. This Firestorm and Sandstorm, it's a lot that OG has to withstand. They're going to try and chase down Yapzor. See if they've got enough damage. He's going to have another stun up in a couple of seconds. He's got stick charges, so he can pop stick and stun.
He's gone for the stun.
He goes back in aggressively, Yapzor. Good stun onto the 2 of them. Another Firestorm drop down. And this time, Yapzor, can he actually live? He's trying to juke through the trees, but mid one cuts through, throws out the stun. Yapzor will be punished for his attempt to try and play around with the 2 of them a little bit longer.
So much sustain that comes from that IO. Even if they get the pit early on, which I did like from Zai, they can't deal with all that sustain early on here.
Yeah, and just having pretty good movement speed as well between the 2 of them, just allowing them to get out of this area that the Secret's trying to lay down as an unfightable territory with the Sandstorm and the Firestorm. They can simply move out of it right now and play around it.
Very rare to see, looking at this map, look at the lack of vision from both sides here. Nobody really has like anything. Right? It's just the one ward down bottom there. Very rare to see that from these.
Oh, they've got the one in the river now.
And the one from the river.
I think maybe.
it was just placed by Yapzor to watch the runes. To watch the rotations too. That's the problem with top is Underlord. You can be pretty tanky versus these 2 heroes up here, but if a Pugna rotates, it's an easy setup for a kill by Yapzor.
I've got the level in the pit. They're going to look to try and set up onto No-Tail, but again, just they have that movement speed. They're able to run away. And they've got the sustain. Mid one, it's got the 1 charge is building up too.
He's getting a little afraid of staying up here, though. That percentage-based damage versus these strength heroes, Firestorm just gets a lot stronger as you do get those levels built up. Yapzor, he's scouting, stealing some XP.
Oh, he wants to creep. Oh, a little slow on the attempt to get it there, so mid one will still be able to secure that last hit.
Yeah, we see these double wards now placed. It looks like they actually gave them to Thompson, and he's securing his side, and he's even warding up on this high ground here. I think he's stealing camps away from the Kunkka. So it puts Nisha in a position where he can't actually just out-farm the Pugna, but it's still very similar farm. 52-4, 51-6, both of them doing exactly what they need to do. Nisha making the first move, though. He knows he can punish up top here. It's spotted. The wards are placed and prepared from OG.
Well, let's see how they do prepare for this, if TPs are going to be inbound. The Secret looking for the setup. Zai starting to clear the way behind the tower, but OG, they know who should say. They know what's up. They're hiding in the trees, trying to make sure they're in a very unfavorable position for Nisha to try and make a move upon.
This move, though, it hurts, right? Thompson, he's going to take advantage of that immediately. As soon as that Kunkka does get seen up top, he's going to start blasting the tower.
See Nisha, he's level 7. He's going to look for the setup. Saxa and No-Tail are here as well, though. They turn with the life drain. Nisha gets the boat crashing down on the Pugna, but No-Tail, he's healing Thompson back up. Extra backup comes in from Yapzor, jumps in with the bow shot. They've got the chrono, catches the 2 of them as it grabs Thompson on the high ground. Also finds No-Tail on the low ground as Matu runs round. He's finding the bashes. No-Tail will tether back up to the high ground over towards Saxa. as No-Tail will manage to get away for now. They'll try and chase a little bit. At the same time up top, mid one looking to go in with the God Strength, but can't chase down Zai. He's back under the tower.
Secret knows that rotation's gonna come. They were so prepared for it. Seb now trying to take advantage of the fact that Void left, trying to kill Puppey, but quick TP. Yeah, you can see how prepared they were. We know the way that OG likes to play. They like getting very active early on around that mid, the double support rotation. Secret responds, come out a bit ahead there.
Now we'll see Matu with the efficiency, you know, swinging past mid for that kill. He doesn't mind sort of leaving the bottom half. He was going to be heading up top anyway to the much safer area to farm as the Void.
They don't want to lose this early tower, though. They're actually going to send Zai to the bottom lane, and they're going to put, like you said, the Void top. Even YapzOr making his way down. Trying to slow it down.
Matu was able to pick up a DD on the way up top, so he's actually already finished the top tier 1 tower.
Wow.
So a very quick tower for Matu to take with that DD. No response from OG. And Secret, with the way that they smoked him to position down here, they get it quick enough to stop the tower from falling. Now,
rotation from
they're trying for the jumping onto Seb. Seb, he's tethered up. There's No-Tail. Again, just giving him the power to stay healthy. Nisha looking to try and get him from the side, but OG's already backing towards their tower. Much harder for Secret to make a move onto them now, but Secret did what they wanted. They push him back, and still Matu on the top continues to push out. We'll see some TPs head over, but between the two of them, a very tricky kill to find. With the time walk, Matu's always going to be able to jump away.
Yeah, he knows he's safe up there. Topson, like we said, every time Nisha moves, he's going to look to take advantage. He gets the tower.
Let's see, dropping the combo here onto Topson.
Oh,
actually missing the bow. And the torrent because of that. Topson's able to run. They'll continue to chase him. As Topson tries to turn, but YapzOr's here. A life drain never going to work in that situation. 4 heroes surround Topson. Nisha doesn't get him with the combo, but they will get him at the end of it all with the TPs coming in. Top lane, an attempt onto Matu. He goes for the straight-up counter play at the TP out, and it's just successful. 1 hit away from going, but Matu did the maths.
He did the strength tread swap as well, too. That maybe actually ends up keeping him alive there. But he's playing very, very smart and very risky up top there. Has the Mask of Madness. He doesn't TP all the way to base. He TPs so that he can still farm. Puppey's still not quite level 6. They're trying to find that for him for sure. Very important this game versus that IO, as well as versus that Pugna. Help line up a lot. YapzOr, he does get the 6 quite early on here.
And OG, they should be able to finish this tier 1 down. Yeah. Bottom now. Secret will let this go. Their focus right now around the mid lane. Looking to see if they can catch Topson off guard, but Topson's playing it safe.
Yeah, they're setting up for bottom even with the IO. I think he's going to start stacking Ancients for the Sven so they can ensure that that Sven stays ahead of the Void. He never wants to get behind the Void and farm. That's when it's going to be very tough for OG if that does happen. Topson, he has the Yule's finish.
Side from the Invis, catches Topson by surprise, tries to step forward to blast the wave out. Zai strikes from the Invis. He's not ready for that one.
So much control for this Pugna, and it is a Pugna pick into that AA that was early picked on, so he is going to suffer in this mid game quite a bit here. He can play around the Kunkka because of that Yule's now, but there is still just a hard amount of lockdown and burst damage for him. And this is a little bit of a slowdown, right? They have the Night Stalker. It is daytime. However, he has this ult, so they want to take advantage of it. No points in silence yet, though.
Matu, he's going to go for the safe play. Just a chrono, TP out. He doesn't know what else is coming, doesn't want to take any chances.
Oof, if Soxa was very close there. If he was just a little bit closer, he could have maybe got the brambles off.
Middle tower is under attack.
I think Matu, he just sort of knows right now that they're not in a bad position. Sure, it means without the chrono, they can't really take fights, but he's kind of happy not doing that. He's happy to farm.
They can still take fights. They still have Kunkka, they have Sanking, they have the AA Blast. They still have a lot of setup for it. So I think he knows that he can use these CDs early on because he knows it's going to be the Sven kind of backing up and farming a little bit too. He's not going to look to join just yet.
See in the river. Nisha. He's in, grabs the arcane phase, drums done.
Double bracer too. Very tanky.
And queuing up the Glimmer Cape. I imagine it's going to change that. We did see Topson on a mid the other day go for a Glimmer Cape. Is he just queuing that up for the Shadow Amulet? So Shadow Blade, do you think it's just sort of a quick click, or is this actually something that is good right now if you want to protect your carry?
Oh, it could be interesting for sure. There's a lot of magic damage that is coming out from OG early on. Pugna does reveal it with the life train, but maybe he's thinking that he can protect himself.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. As we said, we saw Topson do it the other day. It's down bottom. Puppey. He'll be gone on there by the 3 of them. Top lane, Seb is alone.
Oh, the bashes.
Matu's going to start chasing him down. The other two swinging around here. Seb, he can't run away from this.
There's backup here.
Is he going to get here in time? It's not. Seb's already dead. And now
reload.
Oh, no. No-Tail coming in. Oh,
nice.
Saxa will at least save mid one. But well, it turned out to be a bit of a relocate. As that was not great.
That's the first one of the game, too. They at least keep their Sven alive there, but a very heads-up rotation by Secret playing around that top side. Well, Nisha, he's just farming it up. He's got that little cloak there. Going to be very effective versus that majority of magic damage that OG has early. Looks like he's just messing with Topson a bit here, trying to break the life train. They had an AA blast coming, but he knows the Yules is there. It's very hard to set up.
See if they got Matu. And got good damage here. Oh, it doesn't quite get the time walk out in time. OG's got the damage.
Toxa messed up the Bramble there, too. That could have been very close.
Coming in too early?
It didn't connect.
Oh.
He actually almost had a second there to get the time walk. That was a bit...
Hey, Saxon, you. Here's, I don't even need to hit this. I don't even need to hit this. We're going to kill him.
Rotating all their heroes up top, trying to take advantage of the fact that those ultis are on cooldown for a moment.
Let's have a look. See what they can get out of this OG.
Looks like they got the tower pretty easily here. Topson in the area too. Seeing Topson next, queuing up for the Blink Dagger.
Yeah, I like
all these
it.
type of disengages versus Void, right? Like Void time walks in, you can usually get the Blink out if you don't get hit by something instantly. However, there's going to be something that comes out pretty early for Secret this game is the Blink on Yapzor. It's almost done already.
Ooh, that is fast. And in the river, Seb. They found him up top just a moment ago, and now straight back in action. They'll find him in the river. Seb getting caught out. These daytimes proving to be very painful for the Night Stalker.
Yep. And they're looking to make a very fast heads-up move down to bottom right away, too. They have the chrono if they'd like to expand it.
15-minute runes. They want to try and see if they can get the 4 of them.
Yeah, if they
at least
get a
3.
big fight. Yeah, and then they can maybe even like scout up even a little bit higher and also get a kill, but he doesn't want to use the chrono here.
If he gets a bash, he won't need to. He just might not even need the bash. There's so much damage coming out. Sax to the Ice Blast. Bam! On point there from Puppey.
So he's going to go check the rune, and he'll be fortunate to get it too.
Yeah, and with that, they do manage to get themselves 3 of the 4 Secret.
They're going to set up. They're going to try to set up for a relocate play bottom. Let's see if they're able to get it, as Seb is making his way down during this nighttime.
Nisha's going to start to go a little bit onto mid 1, just trying to tease sort of any reaction CUs around the Sven.
Now's the time where OG has to be careful, though, of their overextensions. The blink is finished on Yapzor. They're not aware of it at all. It's an early blink dagger on this Senking.
Yeah, and we do sort of break this down. As I said, we saw Topson do this the other day on his Invoker. He built the Glimmer Cape on his mid lane, and in this game we're seeing Nisha with the Kunkka. He's gone for the Glimmer Cape. So,
yeah.
So what's sort of the science behind this, do you think?
I think it's just because there's some limited catch on the side of OG.
Yeah.
If he isn't caught by like Bramble or he isn't caught by like the life drain on the Pugna, he can kind of disengage a bit easy here. They don't have these like crazy amounts of lockdown. It's the Sven stun and then just the Bramble really come from that Willow. So I think he can play around in and out of the fights here.
Again, Seb, there's been 3 times in a row now where Secret have managed to just locate this Night Stalker, and even in the nighttime now, able to get the jump on him.
They're gonna go for a sneaky Roche here.
They're doing it pretty quickly with the God Strength.
It's pinged immediately.
I don't think they can get her in time, though. This is too fast for Secret to get there. It's already down to half HP. Secret are making their way up the river.
I think they're gonna make it in time. Uh-oh.
Are they going to be able to stop this? It's getting low.
Oh, they're going to be able to make it.
They're here in time. The Fear sends back onto the 2 in the mid one, tries to lead in with the stun, but he's been used up. There's the jump forward from Yapzor, trying to go over towards mid one, but doesn't get in with the power strike. Matu jumps in on the back line. Chronos, the X-Mark drag the Sven back into the Chronosphere. They're focusing Puppey, Seb and Sax. They'll find him, but Puppey straight in with the buyback. Matu needs help straight away. He's falling low on mana. Is he going to be able to get another time walk out? The stun can't get a place. He's got it now, but it's into the Bramble. OG chases on Matu. He's got nothing else to jump away with. Sax gets the double kill. As OG, they're able to hold their own around the Roche Pit. Seb, he's still looking for more. Tether up from Notel as he joins over towards Seb. Seb, see if you can get in onto Puppey or Zai. There's just the 3 of them here on Secret. Mid one shows with the stun. The Decrep fight, the life drain for Topson. It's too much. Nisha cannot survive through it all. He goes down. Zai turns with the pit onto the 4 of them, but he's trapped in the trees. OG, they know there's some respawns coming in. They'll start to back off.
Great play from OG getting out of the pit at that moment there. It could have been disaster if they continued going on there. They make the heads-up call. Fight right outside. And the Chrono, he wanted to be sure to stop and relocate there. Because the Noto was actually bringing mid one out, but it actually ends up hurting more than anything.
There might be another fight going on here. Zai's heading back over. OG, they're happy to take it. They turn over towards Zai. He's able to use up to dodge the initial stun, but OG, they've got the 3 of them chasing him down. Zai's out of the game for 30. OG just sending a clear message to Secret that you ain't coming anywhere near this Roche build. They're going to hold it. And this time round, Secrets, they've got the message. They're not coming back over here anytime soon. And OG will be able to secure themselves Roshan and the Aegis.
And that's pre-BKB on Sven, which is very surprising that they were able to take that fight versus all that magic damage. They didn't get the best combo of their spells at all on Secret. OG just ran at them and messed up all their combos.
Yeah, OG now jumping up in lead, 3k ahead. Combo is going to get laid down onto Saxa.
Tried to go for what looked like a relocate play, I believed. Tried to save him out of that position there, but unable to. But a big window here for OG. No BKB yet on Matu. He's very susceptible to getting ran at here from these two heroes.
See, Matu found the stun. TPs are coming in. They need to. They've got to protect Matu. Mid-one's popped the God Strength as well. Mass TPs coming in there from Secret. And 3 backup getting ready to go over.
No chrono available, though.
See what they're able to head over for next.
They're trying to take advantage of all this. They know they have to play this game very fast.
They want to keep going whilst the God Strength's up, Puppey. They've seen him. Mid-one throws out the stun. Seb trying to get the vision on the high ground. They'll spot out Secret. Secret keeping a distance.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, Mid-one very, very scary right now.
Yeah, this BKB.
Aegis Echo BKB. He is a lot to handle. And it'll be interesting to see sort of the scaling from Secret, because I would imagine one thing, right, when you are this mid-kunker and you do go for the Glimmer Cape, it does slow down other aspects of your build, right? It's not sort of adding anything offensively. You're now putting a lot on the ults to hit, really, right? Secret's damage output is very reliant on landing the team fight. Now in the mid lane, Nisha being found, trying to get out with the Glimmer, but they've got the detection. He goes down. Yapsel's in trouble as well, potentially as Mid-one. He's just running him down. He'll take another. Double hit there with the Echo Saber. Mid-one gets a double. He's not even done. He's ready to dive in, looking towards Puppey. He's trying to find the stun. Zai turns with the Yules. Will hold back Mid-one for now.
They know their strength right now, that they can play into this. They know that there was no Chronosphere available, and the Void doesn't want to join in just yet. Mid-one dropping, he drops a bit low there.
He's going to chill. He wants to protect that Aegis. TP's back.
Up to 4k lead, though. OG. Real heads-up calls here, just this fighting around the Roche. Now it is daytime for some time, though, so they are going to slow down a little bit here. See how Secret tries to take advantage of his Nisha. He's suffering a little bit this game. They're making him bleed. 2, 2, and 4.
Yeah, the Glimmer Cape, so
not helping so much.
And into the BKB.
Yeah.
So he just really doesn't want to die. Top.
They're just going to throw the chrono. No funny business here.
Is it enough damage? There's a relocate coming in. And with the Yules, Thompson's able to buy time. They'll turn with a stun. There's the backup. Yapsel's in with a big power strike and Epi, though, bringing No-Tail low, but it's not quite low enough. No-Tail's still alive. They do finally finish off Thompson. The BKB committed by Matsumaman to allow him to finish the Pugna kill. But now he's going to run. The BKB wears out just as he steps in the route and into the fear. They've got the chain disable. This Void, he cannot jump away anymore. Finally gets a time walk out, but Mid-one, he's going in with the BKB. The hits with the God Strength. Mid-one just hits too damn hard. Matu cannot withstand that damage. He's into the trees. Zai turns with the Yules to try and protect Puppey. Secret, they'll turn their attention over towards Saxa. Saxa does tick out during the Shadow Realm. Big blast comes in, lands onto Seb. Mid-one, he's still very close to full HP. This Sven is still a huge issue for Secret. Can they deal with him? The torrent sound of Seb. Seb finally taken out. Now they'll turn over towards Mid-one. Mid-one has got the Aegis. He's got No-Tail also by his side. As No-Tail will tether over. Nisha trying to get a grab on one of the two of them. Might be able to find No-Tail. He's got the X mark.
No mana for Torrent, but they have Yapsor behind with the stun.
And Mid-one, I mean, Mid-one's thinking about going back in. He's running at them. I was going to say, throws the stun, nothing else other than that. Would have been running straight into the 4 of them without much backup at all. Does protect the Aegis, though. Aegis is still on the Sven, so OG, when they're back up, they're going to have another chance to get something done with it. And by the looks of it, Mid-one will also by then have his level 8. And almost certainly his Aghanim's complete. Yeah,
they're doing a great job of setting that tempo and playing very aggressively around their ward vision. He did reveal that ward top in that side there when he does stun up the high ground, but you know, you can see how confident he's trying to play. And now we're seeing, wow, blink on Puppey.
I mean, it's the blink is one of those items that seems
disengage.
Sort of essential against a Sven and his Aghanims, right? Without a blink as a support against Sven with the Ags, you're just dead any single team fight. This is the only item really that works effectively in terms of just breaking you out of getting stuns. You know, you can't dispel what isn't there anymore with the talent, of course, that the Mid-one will take.
Doing my job for me. Thank you, Owen. Mid-one persistent. Well, we'll claim this tier 2. Not before 20 minutes, but they can still get a good amount of map control and take away the outpost if they'd like to. And just keeping this big lead here. Look at this Sven compared to that Void. He's almost double the net worth here.
That's insane. I mean, mid one, he has been popping off in a lot of the games recently for OG.
Yeah.
We've seen it, you know, we've seen the rampages, we've seen the utter destruction and annihilation that he's brought.
He's pretty far up here. There's a relocate coming to bring him out. Not very far, though. Nisha almost connecting with the Torrent. And that is the Aegis reclaimed. Ooh, Aegis reclaimed during the AA blast.
That was a little risk, yeah.
Doesn't heal.
He was a little lower there. That would have certainly been a clip. But he's fine. Gets out. In fact, whoa. What? Wait, what happened? What? Yeah, I agree. What the hell happened there? What did he... What? Man, okay.
Well, he went back in with like 100, 200 HP.
What was going on? How did he... Can we get a replay of that? I wasn't even ready for that. Just suddenly mid one walks back in with 200 HP and dies.
Was it the relocate? I think it was.
Oh, no.
I think he kept him tethered.
Was it No-Tail?
I think
No,
No-Tail kept him tethered.
No, he didn't.
That's the only thing that
No, he didn't.
That's the only thing that could happen there.
We got a replay of that. Did he? Was it No-Tail taking it? No.
I mean, that's pretty huge. That slows down their momentum a lot, and they do not want momentum slowed down in this game when they're playing against Void with AA. This Void, as the later the game goes, he gets better and better versus the Sven if he is able to get the farm.
Well, we'll find Matu.
But they're constantly aggressive on him.
He's got BKB. So we'll be able to play his way out with the BKB. No TP though, so he's just going to have to run. He's out and away. And he just gets mana back up before they can really look to fight. Make sure he's got the Chronos fit. Mid lane tower's going down. And they'll TP over in time to get it protected. And No-Tail does now have the mech complete, so at least some additional burst heal to keep his Sven strong in the fights.
10 seconds till those bounties. Nisha can act a lot as a frontliner here. There's no Void BKB right now. You can see that's why OG is trying to play so aggressive.
He wants to go, but there is a Chrono. They've got counter plays. Mid-one's going to charge in. Chrono comes out.
The force staff
only gets the IO. Matu, can he finish him off? He's tried to, but he's caught in the root. Matu can't actually kill off IO, and now he's out of mana. Mid-one's chasing him down. Matu's trying to run, but Mid-one, he's closing in on the target, jumps in with a stun. Matu falls. As he's out of the fight, they've got the Void, and with that Secret, they've got no more power to fight with. As Zai's going to be taking them out there. Will manage to get Nisha back to safety in time. Puppey, however, wasn't able to jump in the ride.
The Ag stun brought him just before the Chrono hits. It actually moves him out of it. And then they also missed their AA blast to catch the IO in the backlines there. Awkward spell usage by Secret, but OG kind of sticking around here still. Mid one, no BKB available.
I mean, he wants to... Does he want to go in? Oh, Yapso, he does. He's in with a big jump.
With the reload.
Oh, that was sweet from No-Tail. A lovely little relocate there, taking him out to the side, so Yapso didn't find them with the Burrow Epi. There's No-Tail, he'll head back, but he'll leave mid one on the front lines with Thompson and Seb to try and deal with Nisha. Seb trying to force back any backup, so Nisha is separated. There's Nisha. He should be able to find him. He's trying to hide. Matu jumps back over in an attempt to help. Can Yapso do anything to turn this? He's already used the Epi, but he's still got the Burrow Strike. Comes in onto the two of them, catches mid-one and No-Tail, and that will secure the 2 kills there. Clutch buyback from Yapso. Punishes OG hanging around a little too long behind that tier 2.
Nisha with some quick little heads-up plays. He actually broke the life drain when he was getting with just an X mark and repopping that X, and then he actually gets himself into a corner, and OG, they overextended. They stay there too long. Clutch buyback from Yapso.
Yeah, very nice. Despite that nice little dodge earlier from No-Tail, Yapso was able to still find them all at the end of the top lane. Oh, Matu, he's got BKB back up.
Doesn't pop it right away, though.
He doesn't.
And now he's stunned, and he might just get first out.
Dead.
Oh, Saxo with the control.
I mean, you got to watch out for this Willow. You know, you sort of feel what Matu's going through there. He sees that, and it can be very sort of, it catches you by surprise. He sees the Willows, I'm going to get the chance to BKB. Well, no, you're not. Saxo's got just that much amount of disable when he lays his skills down correctly, and Saxo's been doing that.
And with Decrepify, with a Bedlam, it's so much damage. You just shred these core heroes anyway.
Yeah, Matu's still having to play the catch-up game here. When you look at the comparisons between the carries, mid-one level 19, Matu just sitting down at level 16. So still a lot of room to catch back up. Overall, OG still holding the 5k lead.
Yeah, and it's going to be really hard for the Void to ever catch up to that Sven and farm. When he dies with this, Sven just capitalizes much more because he farms faster and faster than that Void.
Just overall, Seb having a Midas, you know, you're going to sort of see the cores across the board of OG scale in a way that Secrets aren't quite ready for. So Secret, they've got to continue to try and look for these fights, look for this action. And they found Thompson. He'll go for the Yours. Is he able to get the blink off in time? No, the timing's not quite there. Straight back into the pit. Secret they'll catch off the Pugna.
That was one of the first times I've seen this game that Topson very far out of position. No one really near him. He's just really trying to slowly burn down that tower, but in a very risky position there.
Oh, lovely rune here for mid one if they're able to get something going. He's got God Strength from BKB up. It's very close to having the money for the small crit.
Roche is scouted. Pugna is dead. They're trying to take a fight here while Topson's...
They do it decently fast. I mean, with the Mask of Madness.
Yep.
Matu's got decent attack speed, so as long as he can find the bashes, he's going to be doing it. They have got good fight themselves, though, OG around the pit. And mid one with that Arcane Rune, he wants to go. Pops the God String, jumps straight over towards Zai. Already Zai taken down to half HP. They'll use the Glimmer Cape to try and save and get him out towards the pit, but the fear, again, Saxa, he just finds the control. He's able to lay it downhill to both Zai and the Timberman. They're both dead. Seb's trying to keep the back lines busy. Zai actually still somehow survives, finally falls there to the final blast from Topson. And mid one, he's not done yet. He's running over towards Nisha. Sentry's dropped down. Puppey and Nisha, they're into the trees. Puppey will get out, but Nisha, he's not going to be quite as fortunate as OG find a third. All three of Secret's cores taken out.
Great play by Seb. He just beelines to the back lines, silences everybody with the Crippling Fear. And then mid one's just able to focus fire. Sure, No-Tail gets clipped by the boat, but it only hits like one hero. And yeah, you can see Seb. He just ran at Puppey. He didn't allow him to really get any good spell off. And if it's the Night Stalker who's getting AA blasted, then he did his job.
And with these sort of kills, you look at Seb's items, next fight, he's going to have a full BKB on. And when this Night Stalker comes running with you with a BKB, there's nothing you can do to stop it. All you've got is the Chrono. And that won't be enough most of the time with how tanky Seb's going to be with that BKB done.
He's gonna just be able to, like, he actually just runs at the back line, and they're not gonna be able to do anything against him. Matu finds Topson here. Oh, mid one actually stuns into the Chrono as well. I mean, a little awkward there.
Tried to do, he's got a BKB and an Aegis. Mid one, can they do it a couple of times? He's gonna have to pop the BKB, and that will stop them from going on him. But again, you can see Matu in this position. He's just dropping it down. So we'll see this play earlier.
No, this is just this is the one he just did. Yeah, he relocated bottom.
Oh, you're right.
Not sure what happened there. I think maybe he was trying to make a play with the Spanner, but maybe he just lost the tether for a second there.
Still 5k lead for OG mid one in an incredible position right now. Just 6k ahead of anyone in the game. This massive Sven.
Yeah, the Sven is huge, and I think it is really important, like we pointed out, that Midas for Seb is going to really pay dividends in this game because of how aggressive they're able to play. And if he gets a Blink and a BKB, sure, Void can get these Chronos off, but the backline is going to be so disrupted.
Well, Saxa, he's going to feel the full brunt of the ults there, but backup comes in. Saxa does go down, but mid one, No-Tail and Seth, they want to try and fight against them. Zai's going to take out the two of them. As of course, Puppey, he was left behind. So OG finds something, but Zai able to make sure that no cores will fall that time to OG. As we see Nisha just continuing to build up the items to enable his teammates to really help Matu, you know, throw down this sort of Solar Crest and Glimmer Cape in ways to make sure that Matu can jump in and have the strength required to take down these big heroes like the Sven.
Ooh, they actually forced the BKB. It's also just protect Matu as well. Like, sure, he's got this decent amount of armor when he's not Mask of Madness, but a lot of times he's Mask of Madness. So throw that Solar on top, he's up at 24, so that high physical damage from Sven can be slowed down too.
Yeah, the pressure really is on pretty much Matu and Yapsor to just hit, because you know they're the ones that are going to be starting the fights, getting the jump most of the time with the Time Walk into Chrono or the Blink into Burrow Strike. They've got to be finding great ways to jump, and they've got to try and capitalize on any opportunity that OG give to them when OG starts to group up.
The one thing is, though, is mid one's BKB, it's getting low. He's had to pop it. I actually think it might just be at 5 seconds now. Let's take a look at it. Can we mouse over that BKB really quickly?
No,
we cannot. Okay. Well, it took 5 or 6 seconds, I'm sure, but at this point. He's got a full Daedalus finished up, so he's going to hit hard, and he needs to hit hard because, like we said, BKB is going to start ticking down, and you know that Secret, they're itemizing. Like you said, they have the Blink Daggers that are going to be there to disengage versus the Axon, and I did see that Lotus Orb. It is almost finished up there for Yapsor. Already level 19, too. So they're keeping themselves very farmed on all of their heroes here.
OG's still got that ward on the high ground. So some good info to work with. No secrets around on this area.
Mid one, he's running in.
He's going to try and charge forward.
They've been the one
he knows he's pretty unkillable.
Oop.
Of course, one of the strong strengths of the Glimmer, just being able to disjoint that initiation. But mid one, he just goes back in as Nisha walks in, has to put the BKB himself. Mid one, is he able to find any other targets? Secret's going to do best to just get out of it. They've got the God Strength out of him. Over towards mid, Matsu popping the BKB as he is worried about OG being able to make a jump upon him. Seb's still trying to go in past the tower. In fact, mid one, he's able to find the chance straight back in onto the cooker. Chrono comes out, nice too late, Matsu's dead. Nisha's going to fall as well.
Too much damage.
No, not the chrono they needed there. Tried in an attempt to hold back OG, but OG ended up still getting the 2 kills anyway. The chrono, it stops nothing. YapzOr, he's going to try for a big play, comes in with a big bow strike. It's a lot of damage. He's able to take down the 2 of them. A big play from YapzOr.
Puppey whipped the AA blast though. He actually hit it on the ground right in front of him. I think he double tapped.
I mean, at least it wasn't needed to kill off Saxtra and Topson. YapzOr actually just having enough damage on his own with that jump. Nisha giving the big tips over towards YapzOr, as YapzOr basically just putting a stop to OG actually being able to push up and punish this pretty long duration when Nisha and Matu are out of the game. YapzOr holding on for Secret.
Comes in clutch there. That's one of the best plays that you can do when you're on those high grounds. When you lost these heroes, you just catch someone off guard. They're probably like, there's no way they make an initiation on us when we're running into the high ground. Finds the 2 ideal targets. But yeah, Puppey, oh my god, the ice blast. I think double tapped it. I don't think he got hit by any type of silence there.
You see, it was the big brain play. He was just trying to throw it out in front of him in preparation for the Sven jumping on top of him. You know, that's what he'll tell you.
Level 18 already on that AA as well. So max level ice blast. They're keeping it at a 6K. It only jumped up to what, like 8K gold lead, I believe, for OG. So they're keeping it level here, and I think that's pretty good sign here for Secret, because they want this game to go late. They want this Void to be able to somehow catch up to this Sven. Still got a lot of time for him to do so, though.
Yeah, needs at least this next time really complete before Matu's going to have a chance.
Yeah, his BKB is also very low. That is the scare too, because there's a lot of different forms of control for him. And they're getting more items to deal with that Chronosphere. The Aeon Disc now finished for the Pugna.
I like this from YapzOr as well, getting the E-Blade online next. I mean, he knows BKB's getting low. He's in with that sort of combo, the Burrow Strike EP and an E-Blade. You're going to do serious amounts of damage, even to these higher HP strength heroes on OG's lineup like Seb and mid one.
And it is another form of save in a way. Like after the stun comes out, you can't E-Blade. He does the Yules to stop the X bring back onto Nisha.
We're going to see them jump straight forward. Puppey, he just gets taken out instantly off the back of the stun. Zai will be able to disengage with the rest of Secret. They're out of there. YapzOr stuns up to the base. So we'll just be Puppey dying outside of the base, and he himself does have buyback and the Ice Blast if OG choose to continue to push in.
He nearly, I think he got, what, did he get one shot?
I saw an 870 crit, so very likely that his HP was under that amount as mid one flew in and took him out at least 2 maximum hits.
Bloodthorn finished, they're going in. There's no buyback on mid one. They really want to press that issue forward there. 30 seconds.
They've got the chrono. So Matu, he's got to do something spectacular with the chrono. We're going to see. Ready, Matu, he's getting gone on. And see the jump forward from YapzOr, trying to keep mid one off Matu. Mid one popping the BKB to make sure he's not dragged back by the X. Notel also taking him out to the side, starting to heal him back up. Notel is going to be back on the front lines there with a relocate. The question is if OG want to try and swing back in with him. Seb popping the ultimate. He's up on the high ground. Who are they going to be able to find? They're just going to let the IO die. They don't want to go back in with Notel. Or maybe they're going to go back in after he died. Matu, he's gone for the chrono on the back line. He's found Topson and Saxon. Turns towards Saxon first. Saxon goes down. Looks towards Topson, but Topson, he's got the Eon Disc. Topson's able to turn with the Decrepify, disarming Matu. Matu has to jump away. The time on YapzOr comes in with the Yules control. He's being surrounded. Nisha, Zai, Matu, they have the damage to take down mid one. Secret breaking apart the team fight of OG as Topson is trying his best to stand his ground, but there's 5 heroes surrounding him. Topson goes down as well. And Secret, they're able to hold. Matu, this time round, that chrono, it does enough. He's there on the back lines, stops Saxa from being able to get out his skill set, the ultimates, and also just locking down Topson, forcing out that Eon Disc earlier. It means that Topson, he has to suddenly just focus on this Void. He cannot help the rest of OG, help Seb running in on the back lines of Secret and actually get those kills to start the fight off.
And that's what, there's no buyback on the Sven. He spent all his gold on the Bloodthorn there and gets kited. We mentioned that BKB, it's starting to get low. They're able to play around it. They have so many different forms of disable and disengage on the side of Secret.
They're going to go straight down the mid here. We'll see what they can do with this timing. You see on the Roshan respawn as well. It's going to be about a minute. Will mean that OG's back in the game for it. Secret able to take at least a tier 2 tower here. whilst both Thompson and Mid One are down.
There's been some crazy spell usage there too. Like in the beginning of that fight, did you see how Nisha casted his spells? I think he thought Mid One was gonna just aggressively ag stun in, because he actually torrent and boated it right on top of himself at the initial. So they didn't have the torrent of the boat in the start of the fight. I think maybe just blanketing his team with the rum too, just to protect versus Sven. It was an interesting series of spells that ended up happening before that chrono, but it ends up working out for them very nicely, and they close that gold lead. OG have been stopped here with their early aggression. Looking like Secret have started to gain control of this game.
And they've got some solid tier 4 items, at least on Secret's lineup. I'm seeing Kunkka with the Havoc Hammer, excellent.
Yep.
Great strength, great damage. And Minotaur Horn, if Zai wants to be able to grab that, you know, that extra sort of chance for a dispel with that short BKB duration. And they also just found the Leveler, one of the ones that I imagine Matu's going to be very happy to have himself. Yep. So and a serious step up in attack speed for him.
Yeah, and I think a Timeless Relic, I believe, too, for probably YapzOr.
Is that how Secret is? Honestly, I think Secret just got sort of the jackpot with the 4 tier 4 items there.
Yeah, I think they actually got my 4 favorite ones.
For the heroes they're playing, they're going to be very happy with those finds. Yes, Timeless Relic on YapzOr.
So
all right, so I think Gaben's a Secret fan. That's some good RNG right there.
Side spotted, he instantly trying to get out. Matu, do they have the fear? Oh, he gets the BKB off in time.
Oh, the time walk! It's there just up, just in time. One more hit from Mid One and it would have done it. The timing in favor there of Matu as he's able to jump away. And we'll see, what did they go over on the side of OG?
They got Flicker. Flicker's pretty solid.
I mean, especially, yeah, this is a very Thompson-esque item, right? Yeah. He loves to be jumping and juking all over the place.
Can't Flicker when you're Chrono, though.
But you can flicker before you're
Chrono. You can flicker before, and it'll put you into the Chrono.
That is true. You may flicker still into the Chrono.
Deeper into the Chrono.
You might even blink out and flicker back in. You know, or you just press all the buttons and they don't necessarily do what you're hoping them to do.
Mm-hmm. And Chrono is back up. No God Strength for OG right now, so they have to be careful. They still are missing 2 of their tier 4 items as well, so they can still finish up grabbing those.
Yeah, we'll see what OG is able to get with that. And we'll see Zai actually holding on to the Craggy coat rather than the Minotaur Horn right now, favoring that extra armor.
Near 25 also on Mid One. Another important big spike if he takes that talent, which he most likely will. Ooh.
Oh, he did.
He took the stun duration.
I guess.
So they want a little more.
This is a thing then, because we did see one in the other series the other day when Nico Baby took it, and we just sort of started to question. It was like, is this just a thing? Not going for the boosted damage at the additional God Strength damage? Because that, if you're not aware, Mid One, he's taken the talent that's given +1 on the stun duration rather than the 50% extra God Strength damage.
Oh, it's an illusion. The illusion is kept there on the Pugna. I think he wants the extra disable versus this Void.
Yeah, I guess this makes sense, because we've seen a few times Matu, he's been very close to going down. As Mid One, he needs help. Where's the help? It's going to come in. And now the Ice Blast is going to fly over the 2 of them. Fear will push them back, but Mid One's taking so much damage, he's able to get the BKB off and run away.
But he's AA blasted. If they get another hit on him, he's likely to die.
He's dead. Matu finishes him off. Mid One is buying back for this fight, but Secret, they're standing strong. This is a tough fight for OG to turn. What can they do? They come in with the stun, looking towards the Void. YapzOr's in, he's silenced up for now. The torrent clips onto Mid One. Secret will start to disengage. Mid One popping the God Strength, looks to chase in, gets the stun in onto Zai, looks over towards YapzOr. He's been dusted up to the high ground with the Bow Strike. YapzOr's able to break away, and with the X mark from Nisha, Mid One's dragged back. Seb trying to stay on top of Matuma Man. The nighttime comes to an end. Matu's got to be careful. Mid One, he's in range, gets in with the Lotus. The Lotus is out. The Ice Blast is there. Matu still falls, and Mid One's able to find him with that final hit. Poppy comes in, hits him with the Chilling Touch, slows him down. They bring him under the Ice Blast threshold as Mid One, he's out of the game. A dieback on the Sven. Zaxi trying to clean up as he comes in from the side. He's looking over towards Zai and Nisha, but Zai, Nisha, and YapzOr, they just run down Seb. The Night Stalker's gone. It's only down to Thompson and Saxa left right now. As Thompson, he's keeping his distance. Saxa into the trees. He'll start to TP out. He's away. The buyback's coming out there from both sides. Both teams losing their carry. OG for the longer period, though. 100 seconds without Mid One.
Thompson's dragging this creep wave here, pushing it forward there. He's even jumping in.
They're still hit.
Jump away.
They're a little scared.
Oh, YapzOr's is dead.
Oh my goodness, that damage. That damage. Whoa, we got a couple of DPS heroes here, right?
Decrep plus that Bedlam talent plus level 18 on the Willow. Enough damage.
I mean, it just destroyed him. YapzOr was gone. Not a chance for him to be taken back home safely by Zai.
They did get the die back, though, onto Mid One, and he's really starting to suffer. We're seeing the damage that Secret has, and that BKB being so low. They have so many different ways to kite him around.
Yeah, just all these items, what was it, like these Lotuses, Glimmer Capes, just dual Scepters. Many things to make Mid-One's fight just incredibly tricky. He's got to be very smart about how he jumps from target to target, because most of the time, whoever he looks for first in the fight is not going to fall. He's got to sort of be thinking ahead and considering who he's going to try and jump for once Secret have used all their saves on whoever he's tried to bait them out on first when he initiates.
Yeah. And he's gone for just raw damage, right? So you see when they turn on him, he's not very tanky. Even though he has this IO behind him for the tether and for all these heals, he gets hit real hard. Even when the Kunkka starts hitting him, all this does add up. And he's built no armor items, nothing like that at all.
Yeah, and I guess that is also a good point as well to mention why he would take the stun, as you've told me before. You know, one of the reasons why you take the damage talent is if you're not, you know, you're going like the S and Y in the AC build on Sven, but as you say, because he has built a lot of items to buff up his right click, he can afford to just go for the stun duration talent.
He's Glass Cannon Seb though. He's got a DD rune, and with this Dark Ascension, he hits hard. He's hitting for over 600 right now.
Oh, but his Midas is off cooldown.
Oh, it is, but he doesn't care. Nisha.
And still committing on to Nisha. Seb's onto the back lines. He's managed to get himself on top of Puppey. Nisha popping the boat down, trying to keep them off. Matt is going to step over. He's been silenced for now. Zai, he wants to take them out of it. He'll take them out of time. The chrono, though, was a little unnecessary. They didn't need it there. Zai would have got them out anyway. But at least nobody died on Secret.
They're
but a little sore that they don't have the chrono. They are going to come straight back out onto the map with the smoke, because Roshan is up, but definitely a deficit here for Secret that they do not have this chrono to fight with.
Yeah, they just wanted to full reset because the God Strength was used. They're still going to be looking for this battle, though. 20 seconds until they do have the fleet, the ship fleet from Nisha.
I'm an OG there. They're thinking about just sneaking back into Roche.
It's daytime still for about 10 seconds here, so Seb, no Dark Ascension. He's just kind of chilling in the pit, knowing he's a bit weak for those next 10. Puppey's actually the one with the Minotaur horn, so he can not have to get not as disabled as much from Seb, because Seb, you can see every fight, he's focusing on Puppey to get the silence on top of him.
I'm a Secret. They're just going to run and see who's inside the pit. Seb, he's going to be... He says, what are you doing? This is my Roche. Step aside and step away.
There's that nighttime kicking in.
Seb, he's coming around for the side, but Puppey and Zai start to hold him back a little bit. Of course, Seb, incredibly tanky.
God, these fights are crazy.
Doesn't feel threatened at all by these two heroes. The main damage dealer is Secret right now, really being Matuma Man. It's all on him, and in terms of making sure that he's able to stay alive in these fights, they've got to keep him fighting fit. As OG, I'll step into the pit. 15 seconds until God Strength's there for Mid-One, and he'll be able to seriously take down this Roche at quite the pace. On the side, still continuing to toy around with Seb on the Night Stalker. Nighttime.
They force the Dark Ascension, they start backing away.
Fair's going to catch the turn, the Mid-One. He's in onto Puppey. Puppey's in trouble. He's able to put the Ghost Step to get out of the side. Nisha pops the BKB, turns with a bow. Matu, he's going to be fine for now. Jumps over in towards Saxa, but Saxa's got the yaws. He's up in the air. Puppey's brought back for this attempt. Matu committed with a BKB onto Saxa, but Saxa, he's going to live. He's out to the side with the Ghost form. Matu turns over towards Seb. Seb dragged back by the X mark. Secret, they'll find one. Mid-One, he's in onto Matu, but again, the Lotus turns to Sun. Yapsor's there with a follow-up in with a Burrow Strike as well. Mid-One's been hit by the Ice Blast. He's getting low, and he'll pop. Secret, they keep Matsu alive. They're able to punish Mid-One for his attempt to get in. A Secret, they may not be done yet. He's still hanging around the pit. Zai, he found the catch. Yapso, and again, jumps in onto No-Telling with a backup from Matsu. They've got the damage to beat down the IO. Seb is trying to run, but he's being slow. The Yaws control's there. They'll surround the Night Stalker. Seb's dead as well. Secret push OG far away from the pit. 3 of them dead on OG. Secret can step in a Roche, and this Aegis and Cheese will be theirs.
God, they're playing so well around the BKB. They have all this damage mitigation that comes from the boat. So Mid-One, he actually didn't have God Strength at the start of the fight there, so he wasn't able to just bring any heroes down really. And then quick buyback, they're able to join that fight back in from Secret. But yeah, all this control is really starting to show. This pit, he even took the talent of the pit at 25 too, so this Sven just gets locked down and played around from these Yules, Lotus Orb, and all these different functions.
Yeah, as you pointed out earlier, sort of a forewarning, you know, when it gets this point, when his BKB's this low, that's all he has. As soon as it's over, it's sort of fight over for him. If they haven't already at least gotten 1 or 2 kills during that duration, Secret's going to have the control to deal with him.
Yeah. Such good disengages. It's insane. And look at Zai, they've got 300
They're
damage.
ready to close it.
There's no buybacks.
They've got double chrono. Matu's got a refresher shard. I believe he's still the one to hold it. Yeah, he's got 2 chronospheres. So Secret are more than ready for any sort of fight that OG come up with in defense.
They killed his creeps though as he popped Satanic. Nisha actually cleaved them, so he wasn't able to heal up fully. Fear connects.
Let's see what Secret want to do here. Do they want to stick around? There's still tier 2s on the side lane.
I think
nothing really more to find here, so...
They're real happy with this position after all those sequences of fights here. Matu now in real fighting form there with the backtrack talent too, with a Satanic. Very unlikely for him to get brought down here now. And just so many buffs on him too.
Game feels very hard now for OG. Coming forward from Matu. Secret just continues to take these towers.
Their itemization is really working out for them here.
Yeah, it's very difficult for OG to try and just break through this army of Secret now. They've given an incredibly solid showing so far. I mean, this 48-minute game has been an excellent display between these two teams, but you just can't help but feel now in these late... This lineup of Secret built around this void, sort of the panel touched upon, is just going to have that greater late game strength than that built around a Sven.
Absolutely. And they have so many different items to deal with that Sven. Sure, he went glass cannon, but everyone is actually incredibly tanky on the side of Secret. Even with like this medallion on the AA, they have the solar crest on Kunkka too. They're buffing each other up when they get gone on every single time to protect versus that Sven damage. And like you said, now they have double chrono available.
Trying to fight through the backdoor protection here, and I'll tell you what, he's just about doing it, Matu.
He most definitely is with that solar crest.
Yeah, look at him go. Alrighty.
A full hex now for Yapster too, so we were mentioning how much control they have. Throw that in on top also with the Timeless Relic. OG in a very tough position here now.
I mean, what is the play for OG? You're sort of down 11k. You look at what you have against what they have. What sort of moves are you going for? Is it sort of an attempt at waiting for the high ground push, trying to punish them there? Do you have to try and get out on the map, look for pickoffs, or do you try and go out? You've still got a decent team fight if you get the jump. Like, how do you find to Secret right now when you're behind?
They have to somehow just bait these abilities, honestly. They have to make these chronos whiff, like the Blink Dagger dodge or something like that. It's really looking like their team fights have gotten so difficult. Everyone is so tanky. Look at this, 52 armor on Underlord. Like 28, they're all just getting buffed up so much. Like even Sand King has 21, and he's going to be solar crested a lot of the times in the fights too. So I think their damage has just dropped significantly because of the itemization from Secret.
Oh, Thompson, he needs help.
Mid one's stunned into the chrono.
He has. He's in trouble. He's in so much trouble. Oh no! An attempt to help out his buddy puts his own life at risk as he just goes zooming straight into the chrono. Come out with the 2 buybacks. They're looking for Matu. Matu's still just so tanky. Saxa, he's going to be trapped on the high ground. Mid1's able to jump down onto low ground over towards Zai.
He can't even kill those 2 crits. And look, Zai still at the hex. Still okay.
Again onto Mid1. Mid1, he pulled back for this. He cannot afford to go down. He'll try and jump over towards Zai. We'll be able to find Zai with a big crit, but No Tail's out of the action. He's dead for 80. Matu jumps into the river. There'll be a buyback from No Tail. Zai and Puppy are out without buyback.
Yeah.
Can OG find something more from this? They've found a third. They've found Japsor.
They're outnumbering them in
three
mana, man.
OG is doing this.
He gave him the cheese.
They're doing it. He's popped it. He's popped the refresher shot. He's looking for a second chrono. He's going to drop it. Wants to take Mid1 out. Knows that the Sven ball back. Can he kill him down? No. Thompson's in with the save. There's a find the light train. Keeping Mid1 healed up. He'll charge over with the stun. The silence. He's caught Matu, but Matu's got the BKB. The Satanic pops him. Turns over towards Mid1. Mid1 will be saved again by Thompson with the Decrepify. Matu goes over towards Seb. Turns his attention back over towards Mid1, but No Tail. He's healing Mid1 up. Mid1's able to find the haste rune. He's on the run. Matu's trying to chase. Jumps in with the time on. Mid1 turns with another stun. Nisha. He's on top of Saxa. Mid1 seeing if he can get back and involved in the fight with Yapsor. He's in with the Boris strike. Number 2. He jumps over to Thompson. Thompson turns with the grab fight. Matu's still trying to commit. Thompson flickers out with a flicker to the side. Mid1 jumps in with the stun. Matu, he wants to go for more. They've got the control with the X-Mark on Mid1. Mid1, he's Glimmer Cape. He's able to go back into the BKB. Looks towards Nisha. Nisha sneaks away with his own Glimmer Cape. There's the silence. It's on to Matu. Lotus Salt removes the silence. Sets them for the counter spell. Stun Matu. He turns. Satanic, but again, the Degrade off the Uzi. Sent up the air. Yapsor's in with the epicenter. He's taken out Mid1. They're taken down No Tail. Thompson is Hex. Secret. They're hot on the trail of the little piggy. The flicker won't help him now. He turns. He's caught out by the Burrow strike. He's trying to run. He's up once more with the Eels, but Secret. They're trying him again. He's out. He's away. Thompson will manage to live, but the damage has been done.
The damage has absolutely
Mid-one's
been done.
gone. Seb's out as well. No Tails out for over a minute. And Secret, they've got the pushing power. They've got Matu and Nisha, and they should be able to do some serious damage to the base now. 20k up, Secret.
Holy shit, that cheese pass off by Nisha onto Matu earlier, allowing him to have the mana for the chrono, turns everything. But Nisha just gets brought down by these two's mana damage.
Trying to jump in. Thompson has got anything to survive here. Oh, it's too much burst. Thompson's down. Despite his best efforts, Matu beating Saxa back to the fountain. Seb's going to be back up. It's just going to be the two of them, though. Again, it's the 5-man push from Secret. Nisha picking up a Deso to finish this one off. I don't know if Seb and Saxa can do anything here against the two of them. The jump's already been made. Capsule's able to get in on Saxa. Seb committing the BK.
They're just
tries to find Puppey. Puppey's out to the side. They're just ending it. Secret, they've secured this game one as GG is called. And Secret will take this first game of the best of 5 grand finals, and you can certainly feel it there in that first game performance. Both teams pulling out all the stops to give a spectacular show for the viewers at home.
Holy shit.
For Radiant forces. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. is under attack.
Where'd I go?
Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle barracks has
You just proved my theory.
barracks are under attack. Dire's barracks is Dire's top barracks has unbelievable! Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is Its top tower is under attack. There is little for Radiant's middle tower. There is little hope for Dire's middle tower. Dire should told you a storm was coming. Radiant have fortified their structures against attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is in danger. Radiant's bottom tower is no more. Dire's top tower is in danger.
Where's the party?
Dire should look to their middle tower. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. It is Dire.
They stack, and it's just for some reason people haven't stacked them before this tournament. This is the first time that I've seen it in a tournament, which is very interesting. I think banning the PA does make sense. I mean, it's OG. They've already dealt with this. The Lifestealer versus the PA doesn't look very good. The only thing is, if you're secret, you might leave it until like the next set of bans, because there aren't really great buffs for the PA so far. Usually, you know, we saw with the first PA pick, like the hero works when you have 16 different things that you can throw on her. Tiny and Grim, they're okay. It's not like PA's like, I don't want to play with the Grim stroke, but you know, the bubble is not you know, you want something to amplify her damage. You want something to amplify her farming. Like, she needs a lot to work. So I feel like they might leave it just because of that.
Do you think that there's a chance, Mr. Governor, for Doom?
I think both of these teams pretty much do not respect the meta in terms of what all the other teams are doing. These guys are the guys that set the meta. So like, you can see already, like we're not seeing Veno in this series. We're not seeing the Dooms appear. They might appear later on, but it's not like a hot topic, I think, for these
I was
teams.
gonna say, like, to be fair, even when Doom isn't meta, the Grim Doom still comes back because the combo is just so good. So I could still see them picking the Doom, even though they don't respect the meta, because it's still like it synergizes with the Grimstroke. And I know that no matter what the meta is, like OG and Secret, like both of these teams will always pick things that just synergize really well together. And out the Chen, Puppy Chen, yeah, that would be pretty annoying with the Lifestealer. healing amplification with a hero who can just sit and sustain in lane. It makes space for the Chen to farm up his mech. Lifestealer can hold the safe lane tower. Chen can go and basically take all of the other towers. It's pretty annoying to deal with map-wise. Oh, they do ban the PA. Okay. It's just against the Lifestealer, it's so strong. And if you're going to pick Enchantress as well.
Yeah, I love this. Around the map, and I say this every time I see this Lifestealer from Secret. It's an independent core that can play lane solo to allow Secret to try and make these early moves.
Yep.
We didn't really see that in that first game because Secret was a very defensive lineup, but this lineup's a lot different where so far Secret are going to be able to actually pressure these towers. OG in that first game, again, they took the mid and bot tower around about minute 10 or 11. If you can maybe start doing your aggression first, you're not going to be losing your safe lane tower suddenly, and now the game's completely different because you're preventing OG to have that like instant jungle access.
Yeah, and I think OG in particular is a team that you should value holding your safe lane tower against, because these guys, like, if you give them an inch, they take a mile. They will literally never stop running at you the moment you give them some space in the game. So Lifestealer, definitely one of the best heroes at stopping that from happening. Sand King, very similar. You just sit and hold a tower. All right, what's the Grim combo? This is what I'm thinking. I feel like the Doom is...
Ooh.
Who's this hero in the Colosseum, Jenkins?
This is Tuskar, really great combination with a lot of offlaners. Once again, another one of these heroes that you never look at a Tusk and think, oh, this is a terrible Tusk game. Like, it just depends on who it's comboed with. You have the Snowball save as well for the single target coming from the Lifestealer. You have the Earth Spirit, who's going to be silencing, focusing one guy. So it's, you know, good saves, but I think we're going to see a combo with it. There always is.
It's all about OG's desire to actually win lanes this time. That like they didn't win lanes, they went even, and then they tried to play aggressive after that. So this time it's about, we're going to have such prominent lanes and we're going to try and actually build up a strong lead, play off of our tops and tiny, and just go all out aggressive. Because when OG played against this Lifestealer the other day, it was kind of the same issue for Secret, where they couldn't really make these early moves. They went even and or lost some lanes, and they could never really find that strong footing to mount the fight into OG. So I'm seeing that with this Tusk pick, it's about matching the rotations that Ench and Earththreat are going to be able to provide.
I was going to say, Tusk is actually one of the few fours that's just totally fine going up against an Ench, as long as you block the camp. Like, if she gets a creep,
that is critical.
If she gets a creep, you're done. Like, that, this is not a good matchup. But if you don't get a creep, Tusk can just man up on the Enchantress. Like, she'll never get a ranged impetus off. You force the heal. The slow doesn't matter because he just shards you and hits you and slows you. And she's got such a little HP and armor, she just dies to you with a +1. So you have to be really careful with Enchantress.
Oh, they did actually ban out the PA.
Yeah.
Catch that, nice.
Yeah.
So then for OG, in terms of carries, what's really left? Are you thinking maybe like the Juggernaut still probably available? But again, it does depend on this next pick from Secret.
Yeah, it does.
Do they just go like Underlord? Oh, they go for the Bloodseeker.
Okay.
Okay, nice.
Amplify up that Lifestealer damage. He's not really a hero that cares to if his HP is drained. Great with this attack speed that's going to come from the Bloodseeker.
This is such a scary combo though, where you think about the Earth Spirit buying the Veil, like, no, let me rephrase that, sorry. Bloodseeker buys the Veil for the Earth Spirit.
Yeah.
Now this early damage coming from Secret is going to be immensely high. So their response to the aggression of OG post-laning, it's, sure, you might have stronger laning phase set up, but when we take that first fight, we're going to each equally be able to mirror what you have. So it's,
you know what? I'm sure the Veil works on the Enchantress impetus too, right?
It's spell damage.
It's a damage coming from a spell. I wonder if that works with these right-click modifiers. But anyway, either way, they have the Earth Spirit Bloodseeker combo. You just rupture somebody, then you kick them, and they literally are just moving super quickly. They take a ton of damage. Great against Troll too. Like, this is, this always happens between these like top tier teams where you see, oh, Bloodseeker, that means Troll is completely off the table. Oh, they pick Troll. You know, you literally just rupture this guy during his ult, and he runs at you, max move speed, and is at 1% HP. The ult finishes and he dies, right? But you know, OG, like, they're just sticking to their guns. They wanted to pick this hero in the draft, and they don't even care about the Bloodseeker. Maybe Secret was even anticipating this, and that's why they picked the Bloodseeker.
Well, I think that one interaction, though, sure, it's good for the Bloodseeker side, but in terms of the game, this Troll, his items are going to be a little bit quicker than the Lifestealer. He likes to buy MKB so he can deal with the talent choice of Lifestealer and just the general game plan. It allows him to take Roshan early on, and it's a strong combo for the Grimstroke that...
And Tusk.
And the Tusk, exactly. So if the Tusk ever comes into this lane, lane. We haven't really seen a Bloodseeker lane where they've had to face up against a tri lane, for example. This could be one of those.
This is true.
This could be one of those sacrificial games where they either A, tri lane on OG and leave Seb alone, or B, they just dual lane and then they really utilize the Tusk TP to pressure the Bloodseeker when they go aggressive. Because you think about the way that the Earthspirit Bloodseeker will find a kill. It's not very creative, right? You roll in, you blood right,
True.
You whirling axe. Suddenly there's not a lot of damage outside of those two spells.
Well, here's what I'm thinking in response to that, though. Then don't you just send the Enchantress and then you win the lane as secret? Like, and then
5 seconds of reserve time. Okay, continue.
No, exactly. Like they could do a change up in lanes, but I think if you
I think Tusk wants to roam. You want to like maybe start as a tri lane, but then not stick to it, because if secret tri lanes, I think you lose that against the Ench. I think the Ench will make the difference there. But I think you're totally right that they have really nice combos between their heroes on OG in terms of if Tusk goes to any lane, he can get a kill. If Grim goes to any lane, he can get a kill. Currently, we need to see what the offlaner is, and having something that can sustain on its own is definitely gonna allow them to do a lot in the laning stage.
The final pick. This is time to impress the audience with your
Let's
knowledge.
see. Okay. These are the literal 2 hardest teams in Dota to guess what the hell they're gonna do.
Just guess something random.
Pudge. It's Pudge.
Okay.
Just kidding. Please don't quote me on that.
Omni
Oh my god. Okay, Omni Troll. This is a fantastic combo. I mean, Omni Knight's a hero that deals really well with the Bloodseeker. You just heal the guy that gets ruptured and he takes no damage, or you put the status resistance on before, and then the Bloodseeker can't press rupture on somebody. Like, Troll Omni is one of the strongest Omni duos. I don't know. I actually can't think of something that's like Slark Omni maybe is stronger.
Sir, but continue.
It's mainly activated by the fact that you have this bot lane, which is going to be Ench, Lifestealer. Lifestealer doesn't really apply a lot of pressure. When you have that hard purge on the Omni Knight, you can always survive. And the question is, like you said, it's about blocking that camp, remove the Ench from the lane, and then Omni can have a free time. Again, he's a hero that can stay independent, like we mentioned, so it allows this Tusk to try and make these moves.
Oh,
we got a new hero, boys!
All right, OG lost.
OD.
This is over.
This is a disgusting OD game.
That is instantly. It's okay.
Let's be serious. Let's not get carried away. Just because it's the last pick OD, it's still a greedier hero in lane due to the changes. He's not that instant. Like, he's still a farmer now. You have Lifestealer. He's a farmer. We saw how OG played that last game. That 10-15 minute sweeping motion, they did build a good lead. So great, they've got this OD, which is a hard counter in the late game. But if OG never lets them get to that,
here's the.
The Oracle have presented us with the odds. Team Secret ahead with their unlimited power. But OG could be behind them, Jenkins. What is your review?
Here's the problem I have with this. OG, their win condition is Troll. Period. And OD versus Troll, in my opinion, is the second hardest counter matchup in all of Dota. I think the hardest counter is Meepo versus Anti-Mage. I legitimately think this is the second hardest counter in Dota. He's the lowest int gain hero. You press R on him, and he dies. No amount of status resistance or physical resistance is going to prevent that. OD, if he can have a game in this game, it's free, because nobody thinks this hero exists, but it's been buffed. The win rate's looking good in pro level pubs. It's on the rise. I'm surprised this is when we're seeing it get picked, is in the grand finals.
yeah. But that's the key thing. These 2 games, it's OG drafting themselves into position where they have to win the game before Secret is activated. It's the exact same moment. We got the Void game the first time, and we got the OD this game.
The time has come, gentlemen, for the games. No more talking, only action. We'll bring our best casters to bring you the madness. But know that blood will be spilled. Hooray!
Thank you, Slacks. Yes, game 2 ready to go between Secret and OG, and we're getting a new hero.
We are.
It's not Danko the Dolphin, unfortunately. It's OD coming through as the last pick from Secret. And as the panel started to say, on paper, a lot of reasons to feel that the OD could have a pretty good time this game.
Yeah, not only what he's up against, but what he's with as well on his team. I think the Bloodseeker is actually something pretty cool. I know people used to pick like OD Beastmaster because OD, his attack speed sucks. Throw in a Blood Rage that gives you 140 attack speed as it's maxed. Also 30% spell amp. Sounds pretty good with the Arcane Orb, even with the ult.
Feels pretty dreamy for the OD.
Definitely does. And as they were saying, versus that Troll, that matchup, even versus Omni Knight too. This hero, he goes right through that Guardian Angel in a lot of instances. Unsure about the lane. I don't think I've ever seen this matchup, but you can imagine sounds pretty decent for the OD.
I think so, right? You're still going to be able to play smart with the Astrals.
Yeah.
Try and catch Topson out anytime he's going for the range creeps and such. Make sure you have that sort of control. So we'll see how Niche is able to play it. I mean, of course, you know, one thing though, for as good of a game the OD can have, you know, questions to be asked, you know, how much has Nisha really played the OD recently?
Yep.
Maybe he's not, you know, played the hero too much, and in comparison to Topson, he is on that Tiny. You know, this is a hero that, you know, Topson, he probably plays about 10 games of Tiny every day with the way that he plays. His Tiny is terrifying.
Yeah, and there's just no cooldowns really on the side of OG that they have to rely on. You know, Guardian Angel isn't something you usually base your fight around. Everything else, I look at their heroes, it's very run at you, which is exactly the style that they like to play.
Yeah.
There's also Grimstroke. This is something that can actually hurt OD quite a bit there. You get that level 3 Phantom's Embrace at some point. It does ruin the OD a little bit until he gets that EKB. Or
I was going to say, I'll be very interested to see what the build is from Nisha.
Same.
Is he still going to try, are you going to go rushing the Aghanims? Do you try and get yourself something a little defensive earlier, 4-star PKB? We'll see. Bottom lane, Puppey, getting going on here. Yapsa's able to slow them down with the slope.
Look how he holds the skill point too there. Doesn't even actually skill up the Nature's Attendance, just has the prowess that he knows he's going to survive. Wants to keep that enchant. He does know that there's just stroke skilled at level 1, so he doesn't have to worry about dispelling an Inkswell, but inevitably in the lane, that's what we're going to be seeing Puppey do, is dispel.
So in this tri-lane versus tri-lane setup, who sort of comes out on top? Puppey verifies pop, but he will go down. So that's OG with the answer, at least on this first bit of a move, as they'll be the first ones to get a kill. It's
a very strong OG tri-lane, and they also, you saw the way they set up that lane initially. The 2 melee heroes body blocked the wave to have it push in, because the tower actually killed all the creeps, and then look where the lane positioning is. So mid one has a great spot where you can actually farm, because it's going to constantly be pushing in, and then these 2 supports just act as these zoners and blocking those camps out so that Puppey can't get any reliable creep. Saksa, he steps too far forward, he'll get punished.
Secret getting a kill back that way.
Yep. And they did, I believe, get the, I think they tried to get the, they did get the D ward, so they have the small camp available, so they can pull the lane back into a better position for them. Puppey, he doesn't have his hard camp. He's gonna go, oh, he even finds a bounty rune for himself. Lovely. He really wanted to get this creep up here, though, the big camp.
I mean, that was, of course, something that OG do. They leave that bounty rune there for Topson to rush the bottle and get the refill early on. But yeah, Puppey able to punish that, taking it for himself, and he'll start to make the moves over towards the mid lane.
Oh, he's going for a snipe. He knows Topson's rushing the bottle. Is he gonna get? He's gonna.
Yeah, he's got the curry on the way back. So
1, 2.
A little bit of money spread between the team. With the way that the lanes are set up, this top lane matchup at the moment, Matu on his own against Seb, 9 for 6 against the 9 for 1. Does one hero start to win this lane a little bit as the levels come in?
I think maybe the Omni helps. I think they're both farming. They're both farming. It's not going to be.
Yeah, it's like Seb's got the sustain with the nukes, but Matu, he's always going to be able to hit back and heal up.
Yeah, I think Omni maybe does a little, like, can do fine up here, but like Matu, he just hits him, right? You get the lifesteal. You're fine. Puppey, I think he did stack this camp here on the big camp that we saw earlier. I believe he's just farming it maybe with the Wild Wing Tornado. Yeah, he farmed the camp there with the Tornado, so he's up to level 2 for himself. He's even continuing to jungle for a moment because they stabilized bottom. They got the lane pulled back. Taking a glance there at the mid lane really quick. It is 13-7 right now to the 12-3, so as we kind of felt, Nisha, he is going to have a very good time here versus this Tiny.
Yeah, he's just able to play well with the Astrals coming in and taking away those important creeps from Topson, getting the range creep denies.
Yep.
So we'll manage to set sort of Topson back on the early levels, get that XP advantage in mid.
Yep, and they're keeping that tri-lane fully in the bottom lane. I wonder if they're actually giving more of the experience to mid one. They're not. Okay, they're actually splitting experience fully while we see Secret's trying to maximize. Puppey's jungling a bit, Yapster's constantly pulling, so we will probably see Secret pull out ahead in the experience after this first early start.
So Nisha just starting things off with the bottle, and as I say, just interesting to see, sort of learn. I think a lot of people at the moment will be watching and ready to see what Nisha does with this hero in this current patch.
They want to do a gank here, setting up for the runes as well with 3 heroes. Nisha gets the luck. He gets it to spawn top. How fortunate. Mid one getting aggressive on the Zai.
And Bloodbright is gonna hit onto mid one. Zai's able to keep his distance, pop the salve as well. He's going to be more than fine. But still in the lane though, yeah, mid one having an excellent time in farm.
Yeah.
Well and truly dominating Zai with the lane setup that OG has against Secret. 17-12-18 against 17-12 against the Ever-0. Very, very big lead here on that bottom lane.
Yeah, mid 2010 though versus 15-3, and like we said, he got lucky with the rune. He also waited till his bottle arrived, so he's got a full bottle, full HP versus the Thompson Tiny, who has no mana whatsoever to work with. They have to be careful how low they stay inside of the side lanes too, because if this Bloodseeker just sees a couple people thirsted up, he's going to be able to play a lot more aggressively down here. And we see this creep constantly being super annoying. They do not have the heroes to deal with those creeps early on, as pretty much no supports do. Mid one.
Every time trying to step in, it's getting hit very hard by the Bloodbright. Has the one charges.
Oh, they do at least get the last hit on that Hellbear Smasher. And Thompson's actually is considering making an aggressive move down bottom. It looked like he was trying to find the rune, but it's not there.
Definitely hard for him to come back to lane when he's out of regen, Puppy. So see if he can cut off.
Oh, he sees it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got it again.
Another courier kill there. Didn't even have any wards up. Just fortunate enough to be heading over to try and grab a creep at the same time that courier was making his way back. Puppy finds it.
Thompson really getting punished in this game. Unable to fill up his bottle, unable to get his courier usage several times there.
I mean, this is you've got to do this against Thompson Tiny, right? You cannot let Thompson have a good time. We've seen it so many times. If he has an okay lane, he just pops off and takes over the entire matchup when he's playing Tiny.
He at least gets to bottle up the opposite side rune there, which is very fortunate for him there. And we do see OG, they're trying to fix this. They're trying to fix the lane for Thompson, making a rotation, because he's, like we said, he's really suffering. But as soon as that happens, they're making the move, because Puppy, he spotted the smoke from the high ground.
I'll see. I'm trying to hold mid one inside of the silence, and we'll catch on to the two. And then they're still trying to move on over towards Zai. We'll be slowed by the stroke. They'll turn over towards no turn with the roll in. They'll be able to take out the Tusk. Mid1 thinking about turning back in with the Inkswell, but the Bloodbright down yet again. Mid1 having to head in deeper to avoid it, but he's now going to take quite a bit of damage from the three of them. He's trying to run, but the slow's in place. He's under the tower though. With the one charges and the Fairy Fire, he'll live. Secret won't dive any further. Also forces the TP reaction from Thompson. He comes down to the bottom lane. Won't actually be able to chase them. Top lane, Matsu, he's diving in, and with the fact that Thompson reacted to go down bottom, he's got no way to come up top and help Seb. Just being dived underneath his tower as Matsu gets the solo kill.
Oh my, that's huge there. It was a completely even lane, but somehow he's able to press forward. And that vision from the Thirst allowing him to chase a little bit easier.
I mean, yeah, so with that in mind, the top lane, the mid lane looking very solid for Secret. The bottom lane, the place where things are going a little better for OG, as we see still the advantage here for mid one against Zai, but it's not to be said that Secret haven't actually been able to fight back. We're seeing each time Secret definitely still packing a punch themselves despite giving up that one early death.
They see Thompson rotating. Is there going to be a smooth movement from Secret? It is. Nisha's coming down bottom here. Yapsor.
Will get blocked off by Thompson. Slow from the axe is not quite reaching him, so Yapsor's able to continue to run. And mid one.
He looks pretty dead.
They just drop the sanities. They don't want to mess around, leave any opportunity for mid one to fight back with a potential ult. And now Thompson, he's in trouble too, trying to set up, but the silence hits in. He'll be safe for now, but Nisha buys time to keep him held in place with the Astral. The micro from Poppy, who stomps down Seb, now turns over towards Thompson. Thompson's left alone. He'll take down a courier, but he loses his life. Nisha cleaning up with a double kill. 3 heroes dead from OG on that fight. And Secret starting to build up an early lead. 2K advantage, 6-1 at 8 minutes in.
And he knows Soxa just took the invis. They did see it with the ward anyway. Gets body blocked for a second. So he knows that he's rotating down toward bottom. Nisha makes that rotation look super easy, right? At the moment they see Thompson, instant TP onto the tower. Matu is able to continue farming top because also Seb made his way down bottom too.
So I think kills Zai pushing in very aggressively onto that tower, and he'll certainly die for that one.
Wow.
Trying to just getting a little greedy there, getting some hits on the tower, and the loser tag is dropped. And at least mid one able to do it thematically, playing as the troll himself, sticking with the law.
Surprising to see him die there too. After Nisha pinged, then probably was like invis going bottom, right? So Zai just overstepping his bounds. But Secret, very comfortable spot here. Bloodseeker shut down, but you're fine with that. You know, it's Zai playing the Bloodseeker. It's more than fine having your Lifestealer and OD enabled if your Bloodseeker slowed down.
It's a little hard for them to go for no-tail. They'll leave him. He's got the backup of Thompson.
He plays it careful.
See Zai closing in on the blade bow.
They're spotting all of Topson's move. Topson only level 7 here at this 9-minute mark. He's struggling to find any type of rotation.
I mean, Nisha, he's saving up the money. Do you think he's considering the Midas this game? 1,400 saved up?
Could be a possibility. I'm not sure in what you build. I've seen a lot of people still go on the Ags build, but I don't see...
If you're having this good of a start, you know, getting sort of the Midas into the Ags could certainly pay off. Yeah,
especially because that hero really lacks attack speed. He does, like we said, he has the Bloodseeker for mid-game, but yeah, we'll see what Nisha opts to go for.
To bottom. Puppey. He's got Zai and Yapso by his side. Notel looking to finish off the kill, and with the Avalanche, they'll find Puppey. Saxa's going to go straight up with the TP out. They kick him to the side with the Rupture. Isn't enough damage. Saxa able to make it away with the TP. Bloodride is laid down. Topson goes over to the side. Zai is able to grab the haste rune, though, before Topson's able to put it in the bowl.
The root and the speed. He has a haste rune, so he's going to go pick up the rune right in front of them. Nisha makes a gank top with Matu. They take out the Omni while also claiming bounty runes as well.
Nisha and Matu's farm is looking a little scary right now for OG. These two heroes coming out on top and by quite some gold here so far, just 10 minutes in. Topson trying to find action, but Yapso's away, nothing to be found.
He knows he's tanky enough to deal with it, and now mid lane, they're looking to go for their own push here. Catapult, 10-minute mark.
Yeah, they're coming for the defense here, OG. Also, Topson able to get the wraparound. Could find the setup onto one of the two of them. They will manage to grab Zai, trapped him by the shards. He's going to run. Silence onto the two of them, but with the Inkswell setup, Zai should fall here. OG, it's around the Bloodseeker. He'll go down. Topson picks up the kill with a toss. Secret are trying to come in and help out. Soulbind and Silence. It's out onto the two of them. The Snowball heading in over towards the Earth Spirit, but the stave comes out from Nisha with the Astral protecting Yapsor for now. Still slowed down though, with OG having the full 5-man here. Yapsor will fall as full attention is brought to the mid lane by OG to get the kill. Does mean that continued space is there for Matumba Man. He's still sitting there on the top half of the map, and he's had a pretty lovely start, right? This 1v1 against Seb, where it's ended up in him killing Seb twice. He's had complete free farm after that. This armlet into Deso is going to be incredibly quick. OG's got to find a lot to compensate for the fact that they're letting this lifestealer free farm.
Instantly Astral as the Inkswell goes off, and now Topson's in no man's land. He does find the kill on Puppey, but No-Tail also will be dead.
I mean, and sort of already we're seeing Nisha just sort of three-shotting people with the Arcane Orb. These levels are coming in fast for Nisha. Did he spend his gold?
He's going for Ags.
He's going straight for the Ags, okay.
Yep.
I mean, it is that strong. Having those two charges, you just mess so furiously with these melee heroes. You know, sort of Seb, No-Tail, Topson, Mid-1, I mean, any of the four, right? Any of these running in on the front lines, you take two of them out for a moment, and certainly the turnaround's going to be there, and of course, just an additional way to set up for that blood right to get a guaranteed hit in the fights.
To set up for that, and also just to save different heroes, and it gives you so much different potential versus Troll. You can even battle Topson, double Astral him.
And they're on the hunt, Matu and Zai, they find Topson. It's another kill for Matu. This, look how much gold he's got. He's 7,500 already. How are they going to deal with the Lifestealer?
Oh god.
He's nearly got Armlet and Deso done at probably one of the fastest timings you're going to see in pro play.
And he can just play the pressure. He's the one who wants to be taking objectives. He's the one who wants to be taking towers, and that's the perfect item build to do it. And they're pretty fragile early game versus all this. Sure, Tiny gets his grow armor. Sure, your Troll naturally gets all this armor, but the rest of the heroes really gonna suffer on that front. God, Nisha. The other thing the Ags also gives you is you're just tanky. You know, you're playing versus Tiny, you're playing versus this burst damage that they're playing around with Topson, and you're gonna be counteracting it very heavily because of this build.
Yeah, sort of the dream timing is when he hits the Ags and gets to level 12. Suddenly you're just able to capitalize much more on the built-up mana from the Astrals and just slam down incredible damage with the ults. As you already mentioned early on, just against these heroes that don't have that much of a mana pool. They take a lot of damage because of that difference.
They wanted to try to get some type of sneaky gank here on Matu. They have to get this like Phantom from the tree line or while he's disabled. But he is aware, he backs away. OG just trying to find anything here, but Secret all with the heads-up moves. And now they're just finishing up those items. Like we said, they've had such a good early game. Now they're going to back up, finish up this Deso. Pretty close to the Aghanims too on Nisha. They're off to a phenomenal start here, OG. Do they at least have the blink yet on Topson? No, he's still a bit away from it. And that's going to really hurt them to be able to make any aggressive moves because he's the initiator. The rest of their lineup can't actually just run in and start anything. It'll be suicide for No-Tail if he does commit. Cool to see that Zai goes for the Blade Mail this time first over the Veil.
Yeah, why would you sort of think that is? As you say, pretty much exclusively the Bloodseekers have been going for the Veil. So what makes the Blade Mail a better item here for Zai?
I think he just wants to be this soaker. I think he just wants to like run in and be like, use spells on me, please. Because then Lifestealer and OD just gets to run rampant. So it's just kind of this distraction play, I feel, for Zai. Matu, Deso finished.
I mean, this is ridiculous time. Yeah.
His build.
It's got to be one of the fastest times.
Oh god, tier 2 down, 14 minutes. They can take outposts, 7k gold lead. They've got full control, and they have infest bombs too.
Well, Nisha's alone.
But he's got a haste.
You're right, he has.
And he's looking to turn.
He's actually going back in.
Oh, might get punished for it.
Oh, he's still got an Astral to protect himself. Doesn't actually get it off in time.
He's dead.
Goes down. The Soulbind's out on the two of them. They'll try and turn towards Notel, but the GA's out, protecting them from a Tumba Man. See if Secret can get back in on this. OG, Thompson's in with the burst.
Nice
Looks to
combo.
nuke down Puppey, finds him. Matsu turns over towards Thompson, chasing down with the rage. He's trying to keep on top of the Tiny, but Thompson a little too speedy. Zai, he's got the speed to chase, but Notel comes in with a snowball, slows him down. Still Zai and Matu are able to turn, clean up Notel. There's 3 dead though on Secret. It's just down to Zai and Matuma Man right now, as they're still trying to chase Thompson. But mid one, he's kiting up Matu. Still though, despite the fact they have 4 against the 2, they're a little scared on how they approach this Lifestealer. Thompson's trying to find Zai, but a Blood Bright laid down will put Thompson off from moving in anymore.
Thompson, though, he doesn't have blink. He's getting gone on now with the rage. It's wearing off, though. Matu.
I mean, the silence, into the combo, into the stun. Matu, he's gone. OG, they've managed to tackle and take down the Lifestealer. Now they look to just get out of there. The ult comes up, but it isn't enough. Notel even dropping a preemptive tip there on Thompson. He thought they were going to get that kill. They didn't. As Thompson was out, Notel
tips his teammate with a nice TP.
Yeah.
Huge plays there by OG in position. Nisha overstepping his aggression there. Gets punished for it with the combo. That was like the most ideal situation.
Nisha. They're going in on him. He stepped
the blink dagger reveal
with the combo. Secret. They're starting to break. OG's starting to break them a little bit here. Secret losing some big heroes back to back.
That was like the only way that Nisha dies initially too, because there was no blink dagger on Tiny. He walked right up to him with the haste rune. And then the secondary death, that's the blink reveal. And now into Roche, there's a...
I mean, why not?
Oh, man.
In terms of sort of team fight from Secret, there isn't really sort of a huge threat around the pit.
Nope, and Nisha is dead, and with no ulti even when he does respawn.
This is a Roche for OG. Very hard to see any sort of way that Secret puts a stop to this one.
Does
Maybe Yapso can go for a... Yeah, if Yapso goes for a dive in.
Oh, the blood right.
They got the snowball.
Okay,
Keeps him
nice
protected
dodge.
from the silence. Can Yapso do anything spectacular? OG, they're already going to start to step out of the pit. Seb's been silenced, actually. Seb, he's down. He doesn't get a chance to use any of his spells. Will buy back immediately to make sure that OG can continue to control this. Great shards from Notel. Trap Puppey and Matu away from potential escape. Matu able to jump into Zai. They go straight over towards Notel, who's still silenced up. Slow down by the open wounds. He gets the chance to pop the snowball. Notel will live a few seconds longer. Still falls. Midbon turns over towards Nisha. Nisha on the front. He's rooted. He's taken down. Midbon's able to get the double, but Midbon's falling low. Matu and Zai, they're running him down. Midbon's trying to escape. Zai, he's still on top of him. The axes are out. He's going to go for the TP away. Does Midbon make it? He's out. Steps in with a heal, and Midbon's back to safety. Saxa pops the Inkswell. GA's up as well. The Inkswell stun onto Matuma Man. OG, they'll claim the Lifestealer's life.
They are just out playing in these fights so hard. Nisha is just constantly getting... He just got exploded 3 times in a row after such a godly start. And the control on the Lifestealer too, they're just kiting him around. I cannot believe Mid-1 survives there too.
Some big moves. Mid-1 as well. Stepping up yet again as the carry.
The OG momentum. When they find their stride in some of these fights, it's just insane the way they play around. Even the Lifestealer with Rage, they're able to just dance around him and back into the Roche now.
And this time
they'll get it.
I mean, again, we saw this sort of in the first game as well. OG very good at committing for the Roche, but not over-committing. They always know when to sort of get out and prepare themselves for Secret trying to take a fight for them. We never sort of see a desperate attempt from OG to try and rush sort of the finishing of Roche. They always know when to back up and try and engage with Secret in a position where they're not surrounded and stuck in the containment of the pit.
Saxa and Thompson are really the ones who are doing the big work for me here. Saxa, look what level he is. He's near up to level 12, and he's always getting these ideal situations where he just buffs up Thompson and tells him to go in. If you look at that, kills 3, 1, 11. He's part of all 14.
Oh, man.
This Grimstroke is doing some insane work right now for the team.
That is certainly something. Thompson.
Can't quite burst Puppey. Very close to that cloak, saving lives.
So we see as well, Nisha, he has got the Aghanims, but still has to just be a little more careful with his positioning. As we have seen the last few fights, he's just not been able to play. OG have managed to get the jump on him. We'll see what he's getting next after the Ags. I would imagine it's going to be some sort of defensive item because it certainly feels like he needs it.
Yeah.
At the moment, just still too much of a liability. This mid laner, that had such a good start. We saw Topson have a brilliant lead, but a few more fights like this, sorry, Nisha having a brilliant lead, but a few more fights, Topson's going to take over Nisha's lead.
Yeah. He needs to get some type of defensive item for himself. The 4-staff BKB, he's going to go for the Hurricane Pike to distance himself. One of the better options, of course, versus Troll as well.
See down bottom, OG.
They're set up. Here's Iron.
There's the combo.
Also, Astral save.
Always up in the air. It will save him for now. He's back down. The Soulbind's on the turn of the silence. Nisha, he's going to drop the ult earlier. TP out as attempted by Topson, but he'll be chased down. They'll get the tiny kill. 2 downs. Secret, can they chase for more? Looks like the rest of OG are out of there. But instant reaction there from Secret, just not hesitating to just drop down the sanities to start things off, get the heroes of OG low enough so Secret can get the kills before Topson's able to really get his combo out. And as we did see there, and we will expect to start to see these Astral saves are going to come in clutch.
Yeah.
Just having that extra reach as well with the cast range thanks to the Aghanims.
And I think that's why the Zai has to act as this frontliner. They have to be these bodies to protect Nisha. He can't be in the front line as this OD. They're definitely starting to recognize that. I see the item build by Matu. He's going to be getting that nullifier very early this game.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I mean, emphasis on the very early.
Yeah.
It's not just the fact in the build, but the timing that he's going to hit it with the farm that he still has. Top net worth and just 400 gold away from that Sacred Relic.
It'll help him so much to be able to stick on the Omni Knight in all these situations. Also, I mean, you can't ink swell the target that's also nullified either. So if they can get these jumps on a lot of these certain heroes, they can break a lot of aggression from OG and a lot of defensive capabilities. Still, they do have this 4K lead because of how farmed and how well that lane phase went. OG, they still have to play rallied behind mid one, who is very farmed as well.
No, for sure. And with this Battle Fury build that we saw, I believe, Matumba Man the other day have great success with.
Yep. And he's got the status resistance, of course, too, from the SNY, plus that Heavenly Grace also. Can do a lot of work. If you get astraled when you have all this status resistance, it actually doesn't really last that long.
No, you're straight back out.
Yeah, you'll get right back out of it and able to join back into the fights. And they're smoking, looking for something here.
See if Topson can get the jump.
He's got the Blink and the Nether Shawl, so a lot more burst damage, too.
Wards down. A little hesitant to jump on Secret whilst they're under the tier 2. They know that the full lineup of Secret's going to be there ready for a fight. And Topson, he's still looking for the deep wraparound.
He's trying to be sneaky.
I mean, who's he trying to burst?
They want Nisha. Look at Nisha's position. Yeah, they know that they have to play super far on that right side here.
Yeah, he's ready with the Astral saves. And also a few hundred gold away from having that 4-star, so he himself will at least feel a little more safe when he's going in on the front. Trying to get those Astrals off, build up that mana.
They've taken over the side of Secret, though. This triangle was taken, so they're denying a bit of farm there from them. Now they back up. Troll shows. Secret might look to try to catch something here. Well, the Troll is top, but OG all shifts into that area as well. I believe that's a 4-staff done for Nisha. So he has a little bit of an easier way to get into the fights. He can distance himself and then jump in afterwards. Zai going for his Greaves build. Like we said, he wants to act as that frontliner. He's fairly squishy still, though, only 1,300 HP. And Yapsa with a very, he's his own fun build, of course.
Yeah,
that
Hammer into Glimmer.
Yep, he's just trying to farm.
I mean, interesting as well. Oh, Topson, he's found Nisha. Nisha, of course, very tanky now. So they won't be able to continue to dive in. Secret themselves actually will try and turn to see if they can catch any of OG. Topson's falling low to the Rupture, and Yapsa, he's going to commit up to the high ground. He's looking for the target, but Topson, he's able to drop the combo. The Rupture comes to an end, and Topson, he's able to back off.
Oh, that was close. He almost got booted during Rupture.
Over towards the mid, Zai trying to chase down Saxa, but mid one turns with the slow onto them. Secret won't quite be able to get back in, and now OG, they're ready to return fire. Mid one's starting to charge straight over towards
Aegis
Puppey.
reclaimed, though.
Let's see if he's still willing to fight. The ink swap buffs up. Matu turns with a rage, trying to bring mid one down low with the silence. Mid one, he's falling low, he's gone. They've got the damage, and now with the nullifier, Matu's ready to turn over towards his next target. Sep's out as well. No chance for a GA. A Secret, they've found two. Yapsa's going to be able to stay on top of Zaxa. No-Tail's rolled over, but it's going to be straight into the blood right. The Astral will play around with No-Tail for a little bit longer. Zaxa continued to be chased down by Zai. 4 dead on OG.
My God, he died so fast on the Troll to this Lifestealer. I mean, look how hard Matu's hitting because of this build. He's hitting for like almost 400 per hit. Well, with the Desolator debuff, it's more than 400 per hit. And that silence just breaks the whole troll build. He doesn't have BKB. The silence lasts too long. He's gone.
And now they're going to take some damage to the base.
I mean, they're going to get the racks.
They've got the Meteor Hammer. They're going to make a quick push out of this, Secret. As 24 minutes in, one fight, and Secret in a good enough position to step into the base, and nothing that OG can do to stop this. Only Topson alive. He can't do anything to sort of tackle how quickly Secret destroy the racks, and it's only going to be quicker next time as Matu, with that fight and with those objectives taken, he's going to be very close to having AC for the next one.
It's crazy how just a silence from an Earth Spirit causes all of this to just fall apart for OG so quickly. And now Secret, they have dominance of the enemy triangle here. Even looking for more kills. YapzOr. He glimmer fades.
Saxa, he's on top of him. Mible's trying to go in from the side.
Topson's dead.
Topson's dead. And what happened here? I mean, Secret, they're more than happy to fight. Matu's going to stay on top of Seb. The GA is popped. Mid1's still moving in, trying to finish off Nisha, but he's so low. The stun comes out from Puppy Centaur. He's trying to focus down, but the Astral, he's going to be able to keep himself safe. Nisha takes himself out of the game. It's an ultra kill for Matu. He's going to look to finish off Mid1 as well. Nisha forces down to the side. Matu finishes off the kill. It's a rampage, ladies and gentlemen, for Matumba Man. As OG getting team wiped as soon as they came back into the game. That'll be the money for the full AC done on Matumba Man.
It's another Rax.
They just go straight back in the base. Tier 2's already taken out in the top lane by that early pressure and space that Matu was having. So they're able to do this. They're straight back into the base and nothing that OG can do.
They walked up to the high ground. Nisha just, as soon as Battle Trance was popped, we saw Astral on the Omni Knight, Astral on the Troll Warlord, and they just break the fight completely. And then Topson gets pretty much one-shotted by the OD ulti because of that mana differential.
I mean, it's sort of what they were saying on the panel. You know, OD against the Troll, it is one of the hardest counters in the game.
Even against Tiny, too, in these type of mid-game situations. I didn't see if he was Blood Rage, but the Tiny just went from almost full HP to 0 from the ult. Because look at that, how much mana he has. 2,200 mana compared to that little bit of the Tiny, only 600.
And you just can't help but feel that OG's starting to sort of feel the fact that this lifestealer, Matumba Man, he just had a free game for sort of the first 20 minutes. Nothing was done to try and slow him down, and now he is just light years ahead. He's nearly reaching 20k net worth at 26 minutes, and he's going to have some insane GPM by the end of this game if it continues at this trajectory.
And they don't really have a, this big offlaner like they normally have on the side of OG Seb, but look at his net worth. He's below Puppy. He's literally just a blink into a Heavenly Grace to try to protect mid-1 from those silences now. He has been shut down so effectively from the side of Secret. OG in a very tough spot now, but they are grouped up here trying to take advantage of the OD ult being down, but still a tough fight.
They're going to try charging straight up onto the high ground. OG want to start something. Soulbind's out onto Matu, linking him up with Puppy. Matu just standing his ground for now. Greaves are done by Zai, so he's ready to come over and help out.
Topson's just dead.
He's just dead to the arcane ult damage, and Nisha just destroys him. And Mid1, he's trying to go in. He's been held in the Astral Meteor Hammer combo coming out. He's able to pop the ult, but Nisha, he's just building up the charges, punching into Mid1. Matu is more than fine, kicked to the side, taken out by that final hit from Nisha. As for all the farm that Mid1 has, as this Troll, he's had a solid game in terms of being able to hit the item timings, but now at this point, it just does feel that it's impossible for this hero to do anything against what Secret have.
Yeah, against all these counters, it really does feel, and the way that they walk up into the fight, Secret was prepared. Bloodright gets laid down, and you can see all of OG's hero was just in panic, because they're about to get hit by a 3 or 4 man silence, and then it's just the Troll and Topson segregated alone onto the high ground there. And yep, they didn't even have to use OD ult because it wasn't up. This is looking pretty impossible now for OG.
Yeah, some wild builds across the board as well. I don't know if we really talked about it, but Puppy, he's chilling with a Vanguard and
it's typical.
And a Glimmer Cape.
That's the Puppy Enchantress build. He just tanks up. He's like, all right, yeah, whatever.
Start doing it in your pubs, boys and girls. Blightstone into Crimson. I mean, in all sort of efforts, it is not bad, right? Against this sort of lineup, with the way that Secret's playing, when he gets this Crimson, that's going to add that extra bit of protection against all these heroes that want to punch.
If they even need it. They're in a very comfortable spot now here. Everyone just getting so much extra farm. Everyone getting so tanky. There's no way Topson can really combo pretty much anybody. He's just looking for split push action now. And YapzOr's on the hunt.
Let's see if we can find him. And he is on top of him. Topson has got a TP, but of course with YapzOr around, there's just not going to be the chance. is Astraled, and Secret more than happy to play with the rest of OG. They're trying to move over here. They want to try and help out Tops, and they do turn over towards Matuma, man. They find the bashes. Matsu, he's able to jump into the safety of Zai. Out he goes again.
Jesus,
Seb's out. Out comes the ult. It's a triple kill for Nisha. They're buying back on OG, but what can they do? They're down 22k net worth. Secret continuing to overrun them. Ultra kill for Nisha. Tops, and he's just got to hide in the trees.
Trying to
stay here, don't show himself.
He can't do much of anything here. He's got these 3 heroes rallied around him, but man, Seb, he got clipped by blood. He got clipped by Bloodright, and then he couldn't actually walk into the fight to get any spells up, and then gets 3-shotted by the Lifestealer.
Oh, yeah, he's just gone straight away out of the fight.
And, oh, look at this, an Orb of Destruction from Matu.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, even more minus armor. Lovely.
Yeah, GG is called.
GG.
They know.
Yeah,
they
know
cannot fight right now. They are too far behind. And Secret, with that, they'll take the second game of this best of 5. This game...
structures are fortified.
Roots and run.
This middle tower is under attack. This middle tower. Killing spree.
likely way to pass a fraction of an eon.
Prepare for battle.
We are in accord. Very well.
Friends, let us skirmish.
I proceed. With alacrity.
30 seconds
Just
and
so.
counting.
I venture forth. I go at will. Indeed.
Remember, the international
move.
spirit lives in us all.
Ah, gambits and things. Exactly so. Commendable notion. Absolutely. My move. With alacrity. I go at... I am under attack! Absolutely. We are in accord. Very well. I proceed. Exactly so. Commendable notion. Indeed. I venture forth. Just so. After them. Look out! Exactly so. I venture forth. Attack! With alacrity. A welcome transformation. I go at will.
Look to your top tower.
Just so.
Your top tower is under
We
attack.
are in accord. Mine, yes? Fair game. No. My move. Indeed. Absolutely. I proceed. My turn. Ha! Commendable notion. Very well. Elevate. Ah! Exactly so. Absolutely. Just so. I venture forth. I proceed. Very well. deserve no less. We are in accord. Very nice. I have much to impart. I go at will. Indeed. My move. A metamorphosis. With alacrity. Commendable notion. Indeed. In pursuit. Middle is missing.
Bottom is missing.
I go at will. They shall regret this. No. Commendable notion. Just so. Very well. I venture forth. I am under attack. Absolutely.
Radiant have fortified their structures against attack.
Exactly so. I proceed. Possess a prize. With alacrity. Here I am. My move. We are in. Behold, thanks. Stay and amuse me. Behold. Just so. Silence. Okay. Here I am. I proceed.
Seconds. 5 seconds. Turn to ban. Five seconds remain. Radiant must choose. Seconds. 5 seconds.
speak for the trees.
Sven stands ready. Seconds. 5 seconds remain. It is Radiant Spam.
Wow!
10 seconds remain. 5 seconds. Dire's turn to ban. Seconds remain. 5 seconds. It is Radiant Spam. Seconds. 5 seconds remain. Dire's turn to pick. Seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. Radiant's turn to pick.
Faceless Void.
Seconds. 5 seconds.
你行，你上。Easy breezy.
Prepare for battle.
Topson, Sven. So what would you imagine sort of is the logic from running the Sven in the mid lane and Topson going to almost certainly do it in a very sort of Topson style of focus on fighting rather than farming? What can you achieve with Sven in this position?
I'm not too sure. I really have not gotten the chance to see this one ever. I've not seen what he does in the pubs. I did like what I heard, I think it was Brian saying, that they're very fragile heroes, very low armor across the board, so I think this Warcry can definitely pay its dividends, and he's the one that can actually clear out treants and push out waves. I think his team is lacking quite a bit in that one there, so I think he's going to be playing just a very, I think I would say kind of just like this very suicidal Sven in a way, to make some insane space for his Void, very Topson style. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Nisha, he's getting harassed a lot here. He does not have
Seb doing a lot of damage with that right click harass.
Puppy. Oop. Eating a bunch of pressure there. So he's got lots of mangoes to work with his brain sap.
Yeah, good early stats as well with the 4 GG branches.
And he is playing more in the lane this time because he does have to help that Ember a little bit more versus this strong dual lane that OG does have. Let's see what Yapsor is going to do with his movements. He's going to interrupt that pull up top. Zai versus mid one, last hitting under tower. Zai's got these. Oh, I say that, but he misses too. Oh well. He got the range creep.
Yeah, I'm so continuing to try and mess with no tail hit.
He only got one of the creeps there. The shield pops and gets the other one. Not going to commit forward onto no tail though.
I mean, with both of these drafts, would you sort of say there's a side that is going to suffer if they fall behind early?
I do think OGs definitely will. There's so much push that Secret has, and they want to be playing this fast game, and they want to be moving around the map quickly. And I look at some of these heroes on the side of OG, they're kind of slow, in particular the Abaddon. He cannot really manage when a team does start to get this big split push. Mid. Yapsor's actually rotating in. Probably hoping for a root there from Matumba. That's I mean, I've never seen a lone druid versus Sven in the mid lane.
No, at least not this MMR. Sure, happens a lot down at the other half of the scale.
And that is most likely true.
We're seeing it here at the top.
He's staying very low. Matu's continuing a lot of harassment onto him, so Yapsor playing around mid. I think he knows he doesn't need to help Zai too much in the top lane. And I think he knows he can't really pressure the Void anyway there with that Nature's Prophet. So sticking around mid. Bottom. Ooh, Seb has to be careful. If he gets slapped during the wind run there, it's very likely he just dies.
Obviously that attempt on the courier snipe there, but Topson's able to keep it alive safely. Matu, yeah, just gonna go straight for the resummon and now try and make the move onto Topson.
Oh, they get the root.
Perfect timing, but CP backup will be coming in. No tails there. Make sure that they do not dive in any further. Topson's also got the south. So Topson will be fine. Bottom lane, though, Seb.
They get him.
They have indeed. The slight chains. Setups there, Nisha. For level 3, he's going to have 4-1 and a mango coming out, making sure that he's going to always have mana just to make that sort of play, keep the harasser up onto the Wind Ranger and make it a very hard lane for Seb to sort of stand in. Down bottom of the 4-minute runes. They try and come in for it. It's going to end up spawning top. Yep, still slowing down the two of them.
Oh, it's Toxic TP'd mid, so that means the Wind Ranger left alone bottom even more. So now Nisha, he's got full free farm as December. He's just going to get zoned by Bane. Wind Ranger can't do anything to a Bane. Constantly going to get pushed out. Sox are going to make the move down bottom, but that definitely hurts Seb a lot in his momentum. Only 10 last hits. You see that Ember, 22 and 13. Make sure to get all those denies. Slight chain build too. Easy to set up kills on either one of these heroes.
Now we are seeing some very nice setups here from Secret with the way that the lanes are.
I'm not too sure what Seb kind of has to, this whole bottom lane is just ruined. I don't know what Wind Ranger and Tiny can actually really do now.
Yeah, how does he get involved in the creeps?
He's walking toward mid.
Wait, what? Well, where's he got? What's the plan?
I think he knows that there's nothing that he can do to help. I think he's just trying to secure maybe just like a bounty rune or something.
I guess he knows that. Yeah, he knows that Topson's leaving for the 5-minute runes, so he's going to try and get involved for a wave mid.
That's a big problem though. You're giving Ember just a completely free game. So what that does is now Puppy's going to make his own moves. Puppy's going to maximize by either pulling as much as he can to get his levels, or he's just going to start rotating around the map himself.
Oh no. I see. I mean, Seb, as you said, he sort of said, Topson, get out of mid.
Yeah, he just actually is taking the lane.
Topson,
oh,
go jungle.
Yeah, actually.
I'm taking the mid lane.
I think that's the best thing that they could have actually done, because I don't see another home for this Wind Ranger. He has to either roam around the map or do exactly this, is force his Sven to jungle. Puppy.
Free farm Ember.
Yep.
Will be the end of the game. But at the same time, on top, of course, we are seeing mid one. He's also getting equal amounts of free farm in this top lane.
Absolutely. He's going to be getting an early level 6 too, because we did see No-Tail move out of the lane. So I'm giving him a little bit of a high five. There we go. Nice little friendly stuff there. So Yapsor going on a courier hunt, and he's going to be stalking and stealing that XP from Topson, because they know that he's jungling, and when he's not showing,
mid one.
Mid one actually gets the kill.
I guess he doesn't even need the chrono. He's able to just dive in onto Zai. I mean, left in that 1v1, mid-one's been having an excellent time in there. You see straight up on the CS difference, 34-12 against the 19 for 6. It's a very, very strong start for the Void. Nisha get the one hit on him, but the Sal's there. Thompson is going to throw the stun out.
He's got to be careful.
They're going to get the root into the roll forward. No-Tail tries to help him with the shield, but Zai TP's over. Thompson will get healed up once more by the miscoil. It's not enough. Thompson goes down. And now turn over towards No-Tail. Have they got any further catch? Yep, so does he want to dive in on this? He doesn't. He'll let him go. Top lane. Mid-one turning. Going to drop the Chrono. He needs a lot of bashes. He's not even getting a single bash. So no chance of taking out Nisha. The Chrono, unfortunately, not going to work out for mid-one. Nope.
And even though they do get that kill first on Zai, we still see Secret with this 2k gold lead because of their movements around the map and just how well their lane start is going, right? Ember all the way up to 3.3. Lone Druid smashed the mid lane too with the help of Yapzor.
Yeah,
and now Puppy's like, oh, all right, cool. I'll just take bottom lane. And, you know, Soxa can't do it. Soxa can't stand up to a Bane. He's a tiny. It's level 5 Bane.
Yeah, I think, you know, you're sort of watching this game, and just from the draft, I think a lot of question marks have sort of just have arisen from what OG's done with the draft. To the point where I think we're all sort of just sitting and watching and sort of waiting to see what the plan is. You know, what are OG going for with this lineup? It clearly hasn't been the sort of the setup of favorable lanes. When is it going to be that this draft actually kicks in and sort of falls into place and is able to achieve something? It's hard to see, but again, in the past, OG's pulled off a lot of stuff that we haven't expected, and it's sort of happened for the first time. So maybe some magic going to come out of somewhere from this lineup of OG, but so far with the way that things have begun, it's hard to sort of see.
I'm really hoping to see some type of magic, because just looking at them on paper, it just looks like a very strange draft altogether when you put all the heroes together. I really think that Secret is just going to take every single tower here, and I don't really know what OG's heroes can do to respond. Like we said, the Void, he has nobody who can really back him up except for like a power shot for the majority of this early game, and you know that Secret's going to play extremely aggressive in this early game with Lone Druid and Nature's Prophet. Yeah, it's just, it looks very weird here. Now they send Zai to the bottom lane. Bane, Puppy's already level 6 at 8.5 minutes because of the movements, and they might even be able to... Ooh, they almost were able to set up onto Soxa there, but Puppy holding the grip. Nisha just poking these heroes top, forcing OG around the map just awkwardly.
Seb just still sort of struggling to find place on the map to stay out safely. A couple of slight fish from Nisha, and Seb's just forced to walk back to base.
Yeah, they're just running around even on Secret, just looking for anybody, because OG's not playing any lanes. Nobody is playing in a single lane right now. They all have to go back and heal because of this harassment, and Secret's just gonna push towers. How do they respond? They need to set up with at least the Wind Ranger to power shot the waves.
We'll see them TPing in on mid OG. They want to get the 3 of them over. But again, what can they really start? I mean,
they're just,
even if they find a shackle, they don't really have great killers early on.
No, they do not. Their damage is very lackluster, as the shackle doesn't connect either. Mid one's going to make the move onto Zai here, but Puppy's there with the Fiend's Grip, and he's all alone, but gets
get cancelled. But the silence is in from Yapzor. Yapzor continuing to control mid, but whoa, Zai! That Nature's Wrath comes crashing through. Zai out with the taunt of the TP. Nisha also able to finish off No-Tail elsewhere over in the map. Saxa goes down. Got the stun onto Nisha. And they chase him. Shackle out onto the bear. Matu's by Nisha's side. Thompson and
Zai's coming back in.
And he's going to TP over on towards the bear. Yapzor rolls in. Thompson's in trouble. The Warcry helping him out a little bit. The tree at micro Zai. He takes down one, tries to block off Seb. Seb will be able to get away, but Thompson goes down. It's 6-for-1. It's a 4K lead, and
they're looking pretty broken, Owen. I gotta be honest.
I guess they just really wanted to try something just totally off the wall with this draft, OG.
Can they get the toss back? They
doesn't seem to be working.
But Nisha's even diving. Oh no, though.
It's a good chrono. That's going to get the Ember, or is it?
It is.
Dilation. And Nisha. They'll get Puppy as well. Mid one still holding on strong. He's trying to do his best here to carry them through this. He's able to pick up something in response for Secret diving in the way they were.
But they got the tower. They got top tower too. They're still at a huge lead, and I'm still not seeing where this draft all pieces together. I think this is just going to be a mid one on an island by himself trying to carry this game.
It is again. They need mid one to just be massive.
Yeah, I just don't
He's
think
got to do everything.
It doesn't feel like he's going to get to that point. It's a less than 1K experience lead for Secret, but you can just feel the way that their heroes can play around the map. The only thing that they're threatened by is a Chronosphere, unless they're very out of position.
I mean, they're going for this smoke.
Can they?
It's sort of hard to see. I mean, what are these two going to be able to do without the Chrono?
They need Thompson to get like the lead stunt,
sure.
because otherwise, what's their disable, right? They just mid one hitting him and hoping for a bash.
I mean, Matu is always going to have the fear to push them back.
Yep.
Unless they're able to find the two of them. So I mean, they've smoked up. They've moved down into the jungle. They're not really finding anything. They're still waiting on the high ground. Maybe they can get a jump onto Matu.
Oh, Secret! They found another target. Oh.
As top lane Secret with their smoke, they will be that little more successful. They found Saxa, and they'll take his life. Again, inside with the bounces. It's Nature's Wrath taking him out. The remainder of that smoke, OG will move back over towards mid. Mid one pops the dilation and the Mask of Madness, but Remnant's already out. Nisha's back to safety, and OG just not able to find anything with their own move.
I'm not sure. I really am not. I'm still just not sure how they can respond to almost anything. Look. Secret, they can all gather together. Now they can push the top tower. No, they can't respond. This is pretty much a support Wind Ranger. Their mid Sven, he's not really very farmed at all. And neither is really the Void. They're just getting everything kind of collapsed on them. Like as we said, it's really just going to be mid one. Hoping.
So, yeah. And he's got a long way to go, you know. And as it's just one of those games where, as the moments pass, mid one, he's going to be able to
see Thompson for a second with the ward, but he's able to get away, yeah. And they rotate heavily, though.
They're going to dive in. They pop the drums. They're looking to go. God's Strength is out. Nisha's able to step to the side. The fear pushing them back. Matu's just in with the bear. Yapsel rolls in. He found the stun on the tops and the magnetize out onto the two of them into the silence. Perfectly set up there by Yapsel's Earth Spirit. As they just dive past the tower. 3 heroes dead on OG. And this one's
feeling.
I mean, it feels like Secret's on track to sort of end this tournament run with the way they begun it, just with these games where it just didn't look like the opponent had any sort of a chance.
It really feels like that. Like I said, they just can't really do much of anything with their draft, especially how bottom went. This Wind Ranger just can't contribute a whole lot. It's looking rough.
Just a bit. 8K down already, 13 minutes in. All 3 of Secret's cores. I mean, you look at the heroes Secret have as well in the 3 core positions. It's 3 carries.
It's 3 carries.
Three
they scale.
carries.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Not only do they scale, but they also pressure early extremely hard.
They've got the Chrono. This is the one tool that can guarantee, well, not necessarily guarantee, but at least give them a solid chance of finding a kill on one of the cores of Secret. But again, that's sort of the problem. You know, you'll find a kill on one of the cores of Secret. The other 2 are going to be farming.
Ooh. The toss, though, it actually gets him on top of Nisha.
Should have the Ember hit.
Nice.
Can he get another? He's going to try and turn towards Yapsel.
He has to get more.
Where's the bashes?
There's a glimmer already on Puppey.
Shackle from Seb does come out. If they turn over towards the Bane, we'll be able to combo him down. OG make moves with the Chrono.
Very clutch toss by Saxa, following the Remnant, actually, because it was so close. He gets the Void right on top of him to get the Chrono. Nisha looks like he was really playing Risk, trying to force that Chrono and get like some Remnant out cutely, but isn't able to do so. But now, they don't really have the heroes to push towers and take advantage of the fact that they got those 2 kills, and Nisha's back up in a second.
I mean, Secret's going to come in for the defense
yes,
for sure here. Looking to punish OG, see if they can get one with the catch. They look over towards No-Tail. No-Tail trying to walk out with the borrowed time. Yapsel's in upon him inside the river. Chains down to mid one into the silence from Yapsel. Slow as well. Buying time for the bear to come in, get the fear off. Mid one's still able to jump to the side with the time off, but the magnetizes on them again. This Yapsel Earth Spirit just messing with them beautifully.
They're chasing for more too. Nisha, they are going to be able to catch mid one.
That is what you sound like.
And Seb watches his friends die with this beautiful Wind Ranger Arcana.
I mean, at least he looks good doing it.
At least he looks good.
Yeah. Look at that.
That's just about he's doing. That's just about all he's doing right now this game. As Secret, the world is their oyster. They can just run around pretty much doing anything. Chrono's down, as we said. OG.
That's all it is, right? The Chrono. That's the one thing that Secret have any reason to be scared of. I mean, we saw it there. You know, OG trying to do something outside of having Chrono available. It doesn't work out. Secret with the lead that they have, they turn up, they defend, going for Roche. Nobody's even going to think of this on OG. No one. They can't. They're too far behind. They can't stop this. They cannot come over here.
And, I mean, you know, you asked me earlier, what is this Sven going to do? And I know I said I wasn't too sure what he's going to do, and he's 0-3-0. He's
not a good look for Tops in this game. This is not the Topson you want to see.
He just can't really, with his hero, he can't really do anything versus Secret's heroes because he's a mid. Sven. And now there's an Aegis. There's an Arcane Rune as well. Onto this Ember Spirit and Matumba approaching toward that MKB. They're getting bigger, and OG is just not. They're gonna at least be able to get this tower here finally. But yeah, in a very grim spot. 15 seconds until that chrono.
They've got to, I mean, mid one's got to make sure that every chrono counts massively.
Yep. Look at these aggressive wards too, placed by Secret. They have 2 wards placed on the top side to watch if any rotation's coming. Scouting out the mid as well with this 1 ward here where the tower used to be. So they're just aware of all of the positioning from OG as they take a top tower at the 16-minute mark on the tier 2.
We see there on the good old bear cam. And Matu's very close to having the full MKB on the bear.
Yep. Oops, Saksa, he spotted in the back, away from his team. An easy kill as they chase for more.
Yeah, they're going to look for more indeed. Notel is able to cut his way through the Sprout, has the borrowed time, but they'll be able to play through this, chase him out, and secure themselves a second killer off the back of this chase. Change around to Notel. Double kill for Nisha.
Double spray paint as well on his body.
Yeah. Secret, they know what's going on right here. They feel it. They've been in this position many times before, you know, 17 minutes in, and nearly a clear 10k ahead of the opponent.
It just doesn't feel like OG can do much of anything besides just cutting quick wave. They got a courier at least, but they're gonna lose that. And likely to lose another tier 2 here, as it's been ugly and it's just getting uglier. Secret just they're breaking OG, it really feels like in this game. Even from before the game, just make this draft, right? It feels like Secret just really put OG in a very uncomfortable spot.
And it does just feel, you know, OG, they try to come out with a bit of their own surprise this game 3 in terms of drafts, but it just hasn't. Whoa. Some subliminal messaging there, flashing before your eyes.
Secret all staying together. Not really splitting up too much because I think they know that the only way that OG actually comes back is if they start getting these consecutive kills off of Chrono.
He's got to hit a big one, mid one.
He's got to find Matu.
He just get the two of them.
Transform off though beforehand.
He's going to be pretty tanky. Is he tanky enough to live through this? Matu, he's going to live. He's going to be protected. Glimmercave comes out and in mid one couldn't finish off the kill this time. They've got the magnetize off again. Nisha's getting a little low. The time dilation causing issues, but he's able to get the sleight of fist off. They've lost Seb. They've lost mid one. Nisha's in with the remnants. It's 4 dead on OG. Only Notel surviving. A Secret, they'll lose Puppy. They don't care. All cores remaining alive. They couldn't kill Matu off in time, getting the ult off. They couldn't kill Nisha, even the time dilation just not slowing him down enough as he's still able to slide a fist.
Even if they did, I believe he has the Aegis anyway, right? So he would have been just fine popping right back up as this one feels truly overrun.
19 minutes in, Secret. They're making sure that in what looks to be the last game of this tournament, that people remember exactly the position and lead that Secret seems to have above any other team in the game right now.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. They're just going to take this rack. There's no chrono. OG has nothing to defend this. No, they're going to walk up and eat some spells. But inevitably buildings are going down, and Thompson is getting hit back pretty hard.
Got the shackle. Where's the damage?
There is none.
Melee rack's gone. Secret can chill out, go for something else. There's still a tier 2 down bottom if they want to head over and take it.
Yep, they already have the double outposts anyway, so even more experience for them. Azai standing toe-to-toe with mid one.
I mean, mid one's taking a lot of damage here.
He's just dead.
Oh, the tips as well. Zai having a bit of a giggle. And Thompson, he's dead again. He's dead again.
Might be time.
Oh, slight change missed there. You know, there's something. You know, even the best make mistakes. Doesn't matter though. Notel's still gonna die. A Secret. They just can't help themselves, and they're just killing over and over again. Everybody's dies 24-6.
They're just having fun with it.
They'll finish the mid rack.
Feels like.
Head up towards top. Yep. Continue to wrap this one up.
Seb buys a veil. He's like, all right, well, maybe this can help a little bit, but don't think it can. And that's really it. There's just nothing OG can do. Just watch their base fall apart.
Oh, Seb. Absol nearly catching him there with a slow. Absol now with a full Yules, ways to protect himself, ways to set up. 21 minutes in, a second melee rack's gone. Taken away from OG, they're smoking up. They've got a chrono. He needs a 5-man chrono here. He needs something incredible.
Or they just go for Puppey and kill Puppey and GG out.
We've seen that happen. That has been sort of the classy way to end games sometimes if you're in a unwinnable position.
Yeah, just kill the captain, just so you get a little bit of a smile at the end. It's really just, it's impossible. It really is impossible, this game.
What's the Dota plus odds like? I don't know if we can get them up, but it's got to be
96.
96. I think it's a little generous, given them the 4.
4%, yeah.
Being down 17k at 21 minutes, and again, just with a lineup that you sort of just struggle to see what's going to happen.
It just doesn't get together ever. The entirety of their draft just never actually formulates a real composed draft. There's just nothing that these heroes can really do together, as they're all just dying everywhere.
We can't even keep up with where they're dying. They're just dying. There's a chrono. He's on Matu. Mid-one's trying, but the defensive nightmare. Puppey buys time. The stun still comes out, but the mech's pop Matu. He's back up to full HP. He doesn't care. Mid-one's dead. Thompson's out as well. And they're going to call it, ladies and gentlemen. GG is called. And with that, Secret take another Grand Finals 3-0. This one against OG. And Team Secret will be your We Play a Mega League European Immortal Division champions. And they'll be taking home the tidy sum of $200,000.
And with style. That was from